right, here we are. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Slice of Shonen podcast. I am your host on the boat, Sailor, and it's been a while. Kept you waiting, huh? We had a whole week off. It was very, very nice. Hopefully you had a nice week as well. But we're going to be covering, like I said, the Chainsaw Man chapter that we missed. It's going to be a long one today, fellas, so strap in. We got a full podcast, more than full, because again, like I said, we got to cover last week's chapter of Chainsaw Man. But of course, it is not just me in here. I have my co-hosts, my ensemble of excellence, so let me go down the list here. We have the Cookin' Taco. We have the Giga, aka Adam, whose channel is linked down below in the description. Go check it out. We have the returning Sky Cadet 13, still with admin privileges, still with all privileges. Sky, tell him about it. Tell him how privileged you are.
I don't know if I love that.
What's the problem?
I mean, I think it makes sense. I did thoroughly destroy you the moment you walked in, so.
I don't know if I said thoroughly. Let's just talk about the other guy.
We're a little
Damn.
mean. I wouldn't say thoroughly.
Well, we have the fucking schoolyard bully in chat, Silver. Jesus Christ. And then, of course, we also have the Zenith Annie manga, who's also linked down below. Go and check him out. And all that good stuff. Yeah. So, fellas, is there anything you'd like to say to the people before we get started?
It really wasn't that thoroughly.
It
was
I mean, I think it was up there. I think it was up there with some of my best burns.
Oh, I agree. It was definitely one of your best. I just don't think it was that good.
That was a reverse Uno card there. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, to make it perfectly clear.
Your best is my worst.
Yeah, let me be clear. Yeah, no. I guess for my little thing before the podcast, I saw the movie Talk to Me. It was really good. You should go watch it. That's about it. That's about it. You should go watch that movie. It was very good. If you like horror movies, it's not like too scary. It's just a really good movie. So go check that out. Let me say hi to some people in chat. We got Tairiku. Hello. We have Sleeping Danger. We hath arrived. That's true. Frank Lotion. That's a crazy name, but I respect it. Adam, aka Giga. His channel's right there. Now you can subscribe to him. It's coming out of the box. He's just like Gojo for real. Did you pray today, by the way? Anyway, we have
you're
TV.
right. Yeah, I can be right back, though.
TV Firefighter XL. Yo, we got Lexton. Oh my God, the boys are back in town for the podcast. Oh my goodness. Well, let's get this show on the road then, fellas. This is a rare instance for us, but we're actually going to talk about Black Clover first. So do you guys want to talk about the chapter first? Do you want to talk about the big news for the series? It's whichever one you'd like to do.
Well, guys, it's looking like it's canceled. You know,
I feel
good old
like
Black
Clover
Clover went out there. Some old tweets resurfaced. It's really unfortunate. But no, it's just moving over. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it does definitely feel weird seeing it move to Giga, but it also makes sense. Like, given how Tabata's been going these last few months, like I think this actually will be pretty good for him.
Yeah, I think it's
like
definitely
that man needs the rest.
Yeah. Also, someone tell Horikoshi. Horikoshi fucking punch in the air this week, seeing Tabata get a rest. Holy shit. But I think
we'll get
it'll
onto
be good
that
for him.
later.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good for Tabata. I'm excited to see what he's cooking up now. I imagine we're gonna get a lot more pages for Black Clover chapters, which is gonna be nice. I'm sure the art's gonna look somehow even better because Tabata is just like that. I don't know how he's gonna do it, but he probably will because he's insane. And yeah, I guess the big question is, do you guys think it's ending soon? And if soon, how long of a time frame we got? Because I've seen a lot of people, when we first reacted to it behind the scenes, we were just like, oh, fuck, it's Joe-Uddy, duh. But a lot of people have been saying, like, it's still, we still got a lot left. It's just going to be at a lesser clip, because obviously we're going to get, like, a chapter every 3 or 4 months. So it's not going to be as much.
Jump Giga, the seasonal release, so it's like 4 a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
And
okay. As
we
for
get
how long
one
it's
in the
gonna
fall,
last,
but Black Clover's not going to be in that one. We're not getting a Black Clover chapter until December
December, yeah.
with the winter
Hey.
release.
We'll talk
Yeah.
about it when it does get here.
That is true.
yeah, I mean,
I don't know
but
what
yeah,
you're
no. As
talking
far
about.
as
We're
how
not
long
gonna
it's
get
gonna
that
last,
one.
I'm gonna take a guess here with this because let's see. So for Giga chapters, they're normally between about 70 to 80 pages is long. So, that's gonna be. So if we look at it as just like 20 pages is for a single chapter, that's about 4 chapters in a single Giga chapter. Considering how much more we have left to cover in this arc, if we actually assume he's not going to try to just blast right through everything, and I would say maybe another 3-4 chapters.
I like the optimism.
Oh, wow. Do you think it's less? Oh, wow.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, with seasonal release, I don't know. It's hard to say because especially with like the title, because we already got the title of the next chapter. You know, it's like
we
the
did?
climax. Yeah, it's like the right. Didn't we?
No, that
I-
was just
I-
like an announcement. That
I was about to
the
say,
title of the
I
chapter.
don't know.
My
I
bad.
was
Okay.
about to
Well,
say-
I thought that was the title chapter, but I misunderstood. But the whole
That's
announcement
fine.
was like the climax, yada yada. Here's all the fights named, and it's like,
Mario
mean-
Leona versus random nigga.
all right, she's not really getting the best final fight. It's
Mommy
unfortunate.
Marrow deserves so much better, bro. She needs me. God.
It's really hard to say how much he wants to go into this because as much as like just because he's getting this rest doesn't mean he also wants to take his time on this as well because he even in the announcement where he's talking about this whole thing he's like, yeah, I'm excited to start with the other stories I want to write. And it's like I get the feeling he also just kind of wants to end the series soon.
Well, that's valid, but even so, like I mean, at the very least, we have to at least get some good conclusions for Noelle, and for Asta and Yuno's fights.
Yeah, we.
I mean, Yami and Morgan are one thing. I feel like we got to get something with that as well. And then we've already just said, is Mary Leona versus some random asshole? Oh, we don't really give a fuck at this point.
I think we deserve
So it's like
those fights and everything like that deserves good conclusions. We don't have to get them. There's
I
no
feel like
law
they
saying that.
well, I mean, I feel like
it-
this would bring us back to that optimism I was talking about before. So I'm just gonna stick with that.
I think they'll
the
get
blindness of a
good
fool.
conclusions. I think they will. That was
I
one
hope
thing that
so.
Tabata highlighted. He's like, I want to make sure like I end out the stories as best as I can. So I think he'll try his hardest to make sure that's at least satisfying. I mean, I don't know. It could end up being another like anti-magic power situation and shit's just weird, but I don't know. I think they'll be good.
I have seen a lot of like people blaming Shonen Jump for this and like saying that they're canceling him or pushing him away or doing, stuff like that. But in his announcement, he basically explained that this was his decision. This is the compromise they came to because he can't really just stop writing chapters Like-
Yeah.
for a long time because he also wants to finish it. I guess it'd be
Mhm.
different if he just wanted a long hiatus, but it's like he clearly wants to finish the story.
I was about to say you're on the final stretch. Yeah.
Yeah, so if he just wanted to take a big break, they'd probably let him. Because, I mean, he took the month, or was it 3 month? He took the
Yeah, it was
3 month
3
hiatus
Yeah.
last year. So I'm sure they would probably be willing to do something like that for him again if he wanted to. But it's like, that doesn't really solve the issue because even if he takes a hiatus, when he comes back, he's still on the weekly schedule.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the weekly schedule's what's killing him. And it's like, that is a completely separate problem with
Oh,
Shonen
yeah.
Jump. Because that's
Oh,
just
yeah.
every single one of them, unless they're a monster.
Yeah.
Has
Like I said,
problems with
Horikoshi
it.
is fighting for his fucking life trying to finish
Mhm.
MHA.
And it's like, this is just kind of the best compromise they could come to because now he can continue working on it, continue to release it regularly, just at a slowed rate, so he has more time to rest in between working,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of what he needs, especially
Oh,
because
yeah.
he's had lots of personal stuff I mean, I don't know all the details, obviously, but I've heard, things and rumors and stuff about that he's,
I mean, he's.
I think this
like,
is for the best for everyone.
Yeah, I was about to say he's like pretty upfront with at least most of the issues that he's had, where he's just like, yeah, like after it happens, he'll have like an author comment and be like, yeah, my whole family was like sick and it was really rough at the house, but we got over it. Let's go. Like, that's it. It's like, damn, bro. It's like that happens so much and it sucks.
It's like the classic, like, I know it's a very Japanese thing to do, to be like, don't worry, I'm so sorry that my entire family, fucking coming down with mad cow disease got in the way of my work. And it's like, no, bro, that's cool.
Yeah, it's like, bro,
I don't
it's
think
okay.
anyone's mad.
Yeah.
I think if we're going in terms of how much we got left, I think I think it's one or the other. I think it's either one more chapter, one and done, wrapped everything up, and it's a super rushed ending. Which I don't think that's going to happen, but I do think it's a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
Or we'll get what Silver said, like 4 or so chapters, which, when you add it up, is actually quite a bit of content to really cover everything. Because I don't see it being in between. Because if it's like he does 2 chapters, it's like, I don't know, it's weird. I feel like he's either going to rush it or he's going to give it proper time, right?
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna go
what
right
he decides
outside
to
of the
do.
range.
I have
I think
no
we
idea.
have like 5 chapters left. I think we got 5. I'm right outside of the range.
Yeah, that's.
Like,
I think
5 with,
4.
like 20 more chapters. So that'd be like 20 more regular chapters. I think that makes sense. I think that's a good way to. That's enough to like wrap everything up.
I don't know though, because this chapter we got this week was pretty fast-paced.
Yeah, I was about to say that was it was a very. I guess that's a good transition. Unless you guys want to keep talking about the like the move.
I guess the last thing I'll say is for the podcast, this is kind of I guess this is like officially, because it's not over yet, and we're still going to talk about it, but it is leaving the rotation of chapters we'll be talking about regularly.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like,
that is true.
When the whatever week in December when the Giga chapter comes out, we'll talk about it when it comes out. But as of now, we do have one less series to talk about on the podcast. So
that's true.
It's a first for us. So I thought it was kind of notable, but
for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's okay though. We'll replace it with the new Boruto series. First chapter came out today.
Oh
Hey, well, hold on a second. I don't think we're that desperate.
What's the problem?
Podcast canceled, guys. I'm killing Sailor.
This guy comes back in the first announcement. He's here. He's like, "All right, time for some
I'm
Boruto
ending
talk."
this.
It's like, fuck.
It's time.
What's the problem?
I'm gonna treat you just like I did the Hokage.
No.
You're going
No. I think to answer the questions, I don't think we're gonna replace it for right now. If things get, if things change down the line, we'll let you know. We'll figure out something to replace it with. But for right now, I think we're just gonna let it cook. We're just gonna keep the 4 series.
Give a little insight. Like we, here on the podcast, we do realize that many of the series we talk about are in their final arcs or getting close to ending.
I was about to say it's mainly just the 3 in the middle. If you're looking at the screen right now, MHA, Black Clover,
JJK, MHA, and Black Clover. So it's like,
and One Piece, right?
We've talked about it. We don't, and One Piece.
Yeah, One Piece.
One Piece
One
is its
Piece,
final saga. Yeah, One Piece will fucking outlive all of them. We've talked about it, but we haven't finalized anything.
Donation.
Oh yeah! Shouts out Lexton. He donates saying, "I nominate Blue Box to enter the weekly rotation."
Let's fucking go.
Listen, bro. Blue Box was so fucking good this week, dude. Holy
Best chapter
fuck.
this week.
Best
Amen.
chapter.
Psych, I lied, bitch. That's JJK. We gonna talk about that later.
Yes, sir.
But yeah.
Gojo wishes he could.
Bro,
Bro.
Hino would fucking destroy Gojo.
Oh shit, on God? On Jesus?
Did you see how high Taiki could jump? He would demolish
You know what?
it.
That's true.
It's
yeah.
so unfortunate that that's just so sad.
Damn.
It's
bro.
conveniently you cut out exactly when you said
Let's
what
see.
you were going to do, so we're still right. Let's go.
Okay.
Oh yeah. And speaking of Lexington, I'm looking at like the chats right now. Oh, let's see what he says. When Gintama moves to another magazine, it stays for another 2 years with its slower release. So BC could be around for a few more years with seasonal release. I mean, it's not a bad thought, but honestly, even I don't think it'd be that long. Because like the difference with Gintama is that with Srirachi, he had all the time he could. Like, I mean, he didn't really have anything going on at home like what the Black Clover author has going for right now. So I mean, it definitely does seem like a different situation. And when you look at it, you know,
The only thing he was struggling with was having to write Gintama.
But crap.
okay,
So like Frankenstein building the monster, he knew it was an act against God, but he just had to keep going.
We
Dude,
have
I've
to
seen
go.
that the manga panel of is it Gintoki where he's like, we're in Jump Giga now.
Yeah,
Like,
I've seen
that.
I've seen that so many goddamn times, dude. In
Shouts
the past week on Twitter.
out, man. Shouts out. But
yeah.
we'll figure it
Yeah,
out.
I think it's important context, just to not beat
Go
a
ahead.
dead horse, but context-wise, I think it's important to say that while it's possible Black Clover could go on a lot longer than we think it is, like Zenith brought up earlier, Tabata has expressed interest in telling other stories. Like in his like statement talking about the transfer, he literally says like, I have other stuff I would like to write.
True.
So
And based.
I don't see him sticking with. I think if it's like 4 to 5 releases, that's a year.
Yeah.
Well, taking into consideration the rest of this year, it's like a year and a couple months.
Year and some
But I
change,
think
yeah.
that's a year and some change. I think that's all we could. I think that's all we should really expect, and that's
I think
like
that's fair.
the maximum. Because it could be short. It could be one more chapter, and we're just fucking.
Bro, if it's
done.
one more chapter, I ain't gonna lie, I'm flabbergasted. I'd be shocked, low key. On the lowest. of
Yeah,
all
yeah,
things, I would.
talking about
Same,
the
yeah.
chapter.
Yeah. We can transition back into that. Like we said, a lot of shit just kind of like happened here. We're setting things up. The crew got there really quick. So I mean, it makes sense, but I was not expecting them to get there that fast. It's cool.
But Yami
to
got
see-
fucked up.
Yeah, I was about to say Yami, he got Jowaridad and fucking
Dude, he
what's her
should be
name?
sliced in half.
That's what I was thinking too, but I was like, all right, fine. Like, it'll be cool to see Noct and Ichika team up. It'll be really nice to see their powers work together. Asta and Yuno taking on the Lucius clones. That's going to be sick. Yeah, just all the other fights I'm sure the Black Bulls are going to get into and all the fights that we have to revisit. For the most part, this was just a setup chapter, but it was good. I like it.
Yeah, it's cool.
I really don't think there's too much to say on the content of the chapter itself. Like, I'm interested to see how things are going to work with this new power up for the Black Bulls. I'm interested to see how things are going to work out between Ichika and Yami, and then Noct and his brother, of course. Other than then, yeah, that's pretty much all I can say.
My favorite part of the chapter is when Lucius is like, let us put it into this world, and then the Black Bulls show up and they're like, we're just getting started, dumbass.
Yeah.
That I will say that.
Dumbass.
Hey, that
Goofy
page
ass.
9 panel was pretty fucking cool. It was like you
Yeah.
got like the whole old giant and shadowy bowl in the background. That was sick.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
pretty
the
cool.
thing that they said like right before it, because it's a play on like
Yeah.
I'm not done yet. They said it's not done yet. I thought that was nice. I know it sounds sarcastic, but I genuinely did like that.
No, I think Tabata's, he's letting us know. Like, we're almost done, guys, but not yet. We got
Yeah.
a bit more. I do really
Sure.
like Morgan's the dark and light magic. That's cool.
That was really nice. Yeah. I was not expecting him to just shit on Yami, but like I did like that. It'll be cool to see how he fights, because that's like those two powers together. Not only is it like aesthetically pleasing, they're like obviously super fucking strong. So
Is he
It'll
just
be
the
interesting to
strongest
see.
paladin? Is he just Lucius's strongest subordinate?
I would say so. I mean, like so far, yeah.
Yeah,
He was probably the least. I mean, I haven't been paying too much attention to how everyone compares in this series, but I would imagine he's the strongest like base for a paladin. Like before the paladin transformation.
Until
Mhm.
Strongest
turns
cringe
into
for
one.
a paladin.
Oh man, Sky, I missed you. I missed
True.
you so
Yeah.
much, man.
True, and you know what?
Ah,
That's very
Who
true.
else would have said that shit?
clearly,
Yeah, who
clearly
else,
I'm,
bro? Everyone else would be too
clearly I'm
embarrassed,
back.
but not
Clearly,
you.
I'm back on my A game. Oh yeah, no, don't worry. The court jester's here. Have no fear.
Let's fucking go. Yeah. But overall, big news for Black Clover. This is a nice chapter, but more so just wanted to focus on the move to jump Giga and of course the after effects of what it would mean for this podcast. So are you guys ready to move on to the next chapter we have in line?
Yeah, I think I'm ready.
All right, cool. Also, I will try to keep up with chat and read some comments as I go along. But like I said, it's going to be a long podcast. So if I don't get to your comment, I'm sorry. But let's move on to the
That's
next
true.
one here.
That is true. Sleeping Danger. My bad. Forgot about that. This
Yeah, true.
thing he said,
yeah,
My bad.
forgot about
Totally
that.
forgot about her. Since
I totally
didn't
forgot,
see her,
yeah.
Fair enough.
Anyway, moving on. Jujutsu Kaisen, chapter 232. Giga. We're fucking back, baby.
We are so fucking back.
Let's go.
back.
We are so fucking back. Oh my god. Listen.
I had to like think about, okay, if he's adding it towards me, it can only be one or two things. One, Gojo does like something on the level of the bubonic plague in terms of being fucking sick with it, or Nobara comes back. One of those two things. And so we get the former, we get that, and I'm completely happy, as you can tell, because
Bro.
I read that while I was at work and everything, so I was like, well, now I have to read it right here now. And obviously I can't just shout the top of my lungs because they'll probably just kick me out and everything, but I just stand up, sit back down, slap my knees, and spit in the chair and just say, "We are so back."
We
And I
are
look at the
so
first
back.
person.
We are so fucking back, bro. I was looking at the spoilers and I was like, oh man, this like I'm liking this chapter so far. And then the leaker was just like, they showed the panel of Gojo running up. And then I was, their caption was just like, "Are you guys ready? He's about to do a move we haven't seen in ages." And I was like, what the fuck could that be? Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. Dude, it was so hype. I was alone when I read the chapter, so I ran around my fucking room. I was so excited. I was saying, when we read it again, the one thing that I wanted was that I wish it was a double page spread. I wish it was a double page spread. It has like black flash over the attack, man. Cause like the other ones that we've seen just, oof, they are so gnarly. They are so gnarly, man. But hey,
Pretty sure almost like every Black Flash has a double page spread.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like every single one, I believe to my knowledge, has a double page spread except for this
Maybe
one.
one was missed in like the Mahito fight. Maybe I'd have to go back.
I think
Maybe.
probably with
I
Hodo,
think
and
it
that's
was
just about it.
probably. I think it like the black flashes. What I should say is like every black flash, every time someone hits the black flash for the first time, it's a double page spread. Because we have Yuji like breaking the record for black flashes in a day, and like those didn't get spreads. I don't think they did. But like every time someone does it for like the first time in a fight, it's always like whoa. So I wish it just had that, but Gojo just doesn't have the same aura as Yuji. I get it.
Akutami can't bring it into himself to be like, no, I can't give him two double page spreads back to back.
He
That's
can't be
too
cool.
much.
Yeah, he said, "Listen, Gojo, you can do the black flash, but you are not getting this shit. you are not getting the double page spread, bro." God damn, number one hater, Akutami. I respect it low key, but it was so hype. It was so hype.
Genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, can't believe he knocked him clean out.
Knocked
Yep.
the fuck
That-
out.
I think that is one of the most embarrassing things you could do to someone.
I just say something?
I genuinely think it's worse than if he just fucking killed him. Let's think about this realistically, right? Like, let's actually be like, okay, let's say he used purple and just fucking erased him. He's dead.
Right.
That's embarrassing. That's like, oh man, he fucking destroyed them. There's nothing left. But it's like,
Also,
okay,
it's
he got hit
purple.
with purple. Yeah, he got hit with purple. Like, what can you do? He's fucking dead. He socked them right in the fucking gut,
Ooh,
and
my
he
stomach
went out
hurts.
cold, dude. Just fucking asleep.
Like, okay, here's the
Oh
difference,
my
right?
God.
Sukuna is undoubtedly stronger than Toji, right? But
Mhm.
Toji is going to be remembered as the baddest motherfucker alive for dying standing up. Okay, not alive then, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the baddest
Meanwhile,
motherfucker who ever
Sukuna
did.
is going to be remembered for getting knocked out standing up, which is way worse.
Bro.
Page 16, the aftermath of the Black Flash, is one of the coldest panels in the entire series.
It's
I think
Just
it's
so-
Sukuna
really
out
funny.
fucking cold, dude.
Bro, it's so
Blood.
bad that all
And
four
the-
of his eyes are blanked out.
Yep.
The fucking
Right?
wheel falling and hitting the ground, like,
That's what I was gonna say. I don't know
Embarrassing.
why. I just imagine that thing just having like the loudest metal pipe sound just hitting the ground.
No, that's
imaginable.
exactly what I picture too. Like this is really fucking insane to see. Like I mean, and you know what's worse is that you know that after this he's probably gonna be getting right back up and start talking shit again. 'Cause,
Oh,
like, the guy's all ego.
absolutely.
Like the guy's
That's-
all ego. He's just gonna act like that didn't affect him when it totally fucking did. Like
It
he's
didn't
thinking,
hurt.
like, oh fuck, that really fucking hurt. I can't and let this fucker know. Oh, and like again, no, he's just gonna go right back to talking shit.
The fucking
I-
Maho merchant, bro. I'm sick of him.
Maho Merchant. yeah.
here's the thing, right? I have not been on the Sukuna fraud, like, hype train. 'Cause
Right,
I'm like,
neither have I.
yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't been, right? Because I'm like, okay, he's not a fraud. He's still really cool. Everything he's doing is cool. It makes sense. This is the moment. This is the defining moment where, and I'm not saying he's a fraud because he got knocked out.
Oh, I
That's
am.
not what I'm
He's
saying.
a fraud.
I want to make that. No, I want to make that perfectly clear.
He's a
That's
fraud.
not what I'm saying. He got knocked out. He got punched Black Flash by Gojo. Whatever. He got knocked out. But he is a fraud to me. He has officially lost all of my respect. If he wakes the fuck up, if he fucking gets up with a fucking alarm clock in the morning and he's like, man, Gojo sucked. He's I didn't even try. If he has the fucking gall to wake up, his unconscious fucking ass gets up and is like starts talking shit again like he has been this entire fight, that's when I think he truly has become a fraud. Because that's when he actually genuinely starts lying.
Nah,
Yeah.
bro. I think
That's when it's like over. That's when it's like he is.
You know
what it
over, 'cause
reminds
there's
me
no
of?
coming back from
What's
that.
up?
It would be like the reverse of like Hisoka versus Crawler or whatever, where it's like obviously Hisoka got pretty fucking destroyed and everything because
Mhm.
he was stupid to let Kroll of all people have Batman levels of prep time and stuff. It would be the reverse of like Hisoka was crushing Krollo and Krollo just walks away. He's just like, yeah, I didn't even try. And it's just like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Like you had all the fucking time in the world to kill this dude.
I put in no effort, bro. Like that was just, rolled out
Well-
of bed, squared up with that nigga. That was me.
Walking away with his fucking blood in his mouth, his teeth in his hands, and he's like, "Let him off easy."
I didn't need those teeth anyway. They made me look
Well-
fat.
The thing that I find interesting about it is because all the Sukuna like dick riders have been like defending him so much, and it's like the big argument they're coming up with now is like, it's not an argument they're coming up with now. It's just one of the arguments they've had in general. Is like, oh well, he's not even going all out. He's not using all of his techniques that we know he has because he has, the fire and other things. It's like, no, that's wrong. He has those things. Why isn't he using them?
Yeah,
Because he's
that's
a
the
fraud.
thing.
Because
that's,
they
like,
don't
bugging me.
fucking work against Gojo.
Yeah,
that's such a dog shit argument to be like,
Yeah.
oh, he's not going all out. It's like, no, he's going all out. He's trying his absolute damnedest. He's not using those techniques because they're fucking pointless. They're useless against
Yeah.
Gojo. He had to fight him this way. He had to use the Maharaga to get against the go against the Limitless and everything.
Yep.
He had no other way of winning this fight otherwise.
If it was
It's
that
like-
simple, he would just do what he did against Maharaga the first time, where it's just like, okay, Malevolent Shrine, oh, that didn't work. Well, he's still kind of cut. All right, fire. And that fucking one-shot the damn thing. But it's like, he obviously can't do that. And, gee, how many fucking times has he used his goddamn domain? Literally all the time.
I was
And
about
it
to say.
still didn't fucking work.
Yeah,
Dude,
no.
Dude got knocked out in the 2v1. That's crazy.
bro, that shit got turned to a 1v1 real quick, bro. God.
I mean, it's literally a
damn.
1v1 right now because it's just
Yeah.
Maharaga against Gojo.
God damn.
They're the only two motherfuckers awake on the field, bro.
Exactly, bro. The
Gotta
fucking
go wake his
Maho
ass up.
merchant comes in. Mahoraga-kun, Tasukete.
I can't believe phase 2 of the fight of all things is Maharaga and not Sukuna.
Bro, Mahoraga came out of that shadow like, God damn, bro, again? Like, come on, man. I gotta carry you again? Jesus Christ.
Man has
Man.
the back of Atlas for carrying this fucking man.
Dead ass, bro.
Unfortunately, it's are we back truly, Sailor, for Gojo? Like, are we truly? Because it's like, look, he was cool this chapter, right? Cool. He's not looking too good at the end here. I'm thinking it's Gojover, to be honest. Like, it's not
Nah.
looking great.
There it is.
Nah, my sensei is gonna one-shot him. My sensei is gonna be like, all right, bro. Catch
He's
this
just
red
gonna
technique real
one-shot
quick."
him? Alright, you know what? I would love
Yeah.
to see that.
I actually do agree though with Zenith because I think that's another thing I want to make abundantly clear about my position because I'm talking a lot of shit about Sukuna. I don't
As you
think he's
should.
cheating. I don't think he's cheating.
I don't think he-
I don't think he's like necessarily being underhanded because he stole these abilities like rightfully. That's
Yeah.
a really funny statement, but it's true.
Megami's a
He-
fraud.
if they could have stopped him, they would have. He just did it because he could. He took over Megami's body. He's using his own he's using his abilities, and he's using them because these are his best chance of defeating Gojo. Because he knew for a fact if he did not use the 10 shadows, he would lose.
Yeah.
Now, hold on. I disagree. Because Sukuna talks a lot of shit to Gojo and says like, hey, bro, I'm mopping the floor out of you. Once I take over Yuji's body, it's fucking Jover for you. So I don't know if he's thinking like, I need the 10 shadows. I mean, things may have changed once he saw Megami, because he did say like, oh, I need to keep him alive because we're going to see something interesting, and that was taking his body. But like, initially, he was about that action with Gojo. So I don't know. He's
I think
still a little, he's still a little
It's
fraudulent to me.
entirely possible that Sukuna is just stupid.
yeah,
I think it's
that's,
very
like,
much
the thing,
possible.
though, is,
Yeah,
like,
I think he's just dumb.
I think he likes to talk shit. I think he kind of overestimated how strong. Like, I think he overestimated how strong he'd be against Gojo.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because I think this
A
fight
lot of people
proves.
do.
I think this fight proves, without beyond a doubt, that he would lose to Gojo. If it was,
yeah,
the Hainen,
easily.
if it was like the
Easily.
original Sukuna against Gojo, Gojo would have beat him 3 times over by now.
Yeah. Yeah.
like it's
no.
he's only gotten this far because he had 10 shadows in Maharaga. And that's what I want to make clear is like, I don't think this is cheating. I don't think this is underhanded. These are his abilities. He's using them. And he's probably going to win. I think he's going to beat Gojo. I think Gojo's losing this fight overall.
Yeah.
My sensei clears, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What I want to make clear is that Sukuna,
Is a fraud.
Like-
You can say it.
he tried 110% in this fight. Like this motherfucker came back from the dead basically 4 times already just to win. So that's what I'm gonna make clear is like, yeah, he's trying. Like he's I don't like I said, he's not cheating or anything, but goddamn, this motherfucker's sitting up in his chair.
Oh yeah, bro, he's fucking spamming Mahoraga domain expansion. Please, God, something work against this god, this stallion of a man. Jesus Christ, something, please. Hey man, that's just what happens. That's just what happens, bro. Yeah, man, it's
Sleeping Danger, that is the craziest cope I have ever seen for Sukuna. I'm sorry, man.
What
That
else?
is
Okay,
I
let
need to
me,
look at
let me
chat.
look at this. Okay, so like 2 chapters ago, Sukuna also said Gojo was only the strongest because he wasn't alive, meaning he still thinks Heian era him would still beat Gojo. I I think this chapter just proves this wrong.
Yeah, here's the thing, like, he might have thought that, but, like, he was wrong.
Yeah, I think
Like,
I mean, we also have to look
wrong.
at it in the context of that moment, because he talked all that shit to Gojo and then tried to open his domain and got fucked up. So like, I don't think I don't even with that being the case, yeah, I think
I mean,
it's
if
still a
anything,
joke.
I'm
like,
sorry, Danger Man. Like
he thought
he's wrong.
he thought right there in that moment he was gonna win. Like,
Yeah.
he thought he was
Yeah.
gonna open his domain and just beat Gojo, basically,
Yeah.
but he couldn't.
Sukuna has
Like,
had like
He's proven wrong immediately. Like,
Before he
literally-
even got hit with the black flash, he was just like, "Wait, fuck! He can throw the red from behind me." That already right there. Look at his fucking face.
Dude.
He's like, "Oh, from behind." Like,
Not
he doesn't
even
know
that.
Gojo can do half this shit.
like beforehand, right? He's just like, you missed. What a bitch. What? You got scared because you saw I was gonna get used to it. Little baby missed the red from Point Blank Red. Blah! Like, that was just him. Like, bro he had no answers. God damn, man. It's truly a shame. No, Sukuna, I think with this chapter, he is officially a fraud in my mind, just because of how much shit he has talked to Gojo and just how much shit he has eaten from this man. Like, constantly. Just, I swear, it just feels like back-to-back weeks, just like, oh, little baby man Gojo, I'm just gonna win now, and then he gets his ass whooped. It's like, come on, dude, jeez. Do something, man, please.
I've been enjoying the back and forth nature of this fight because
Yes.
the upper hand is constantly shifting.
Yeah.
It's really fun. It makes for a really, really fun weekly reading experience. The discussions, the memes. The memes
Yeah.
this week have been fucking hilarious. My two favorite memes I've seen this week. I wish I could show them. I should have saved them. But it's one where it's Sukuna, it's the panel on page 16 where he's knocked out and he has on like a nightcap and a pillow behind his head. And then my favorite meme this week I saw was the one panel. Sailor used it for the thumbnail, but where it's Gojo where he's throwing, he has his like hands forward, and it just has Kevin Hart where he's doing the same fucking pose. And I've seen that picture so many times. I'm like, why is he doing that? Why did Kevin Hart do that pose?
I don't know.
The fuck is what's the backstory behind that picture? I fucking love it, though.
No, bro. Yeah, no, I love that that picture of Gojo with just like the hands out. It reminds me of the I think it's like it's something it's a meme that I saw where it's like a guy, he's just like, it's always morally correct to do something. Like I can't really
correct to pirate your textbook.
Yeah. Something like that. Like, they always replace it with something different, but the guy there, listen, if you know, you know, but like it just reminds me of that, and I always laugh at it. But
It's
also
always morally correct to slander Sukuna.
you're right. Absolutely,
Zup
you're
one.
goddamn right.
Yes,
The
sir.
fraud himself.
So
Yeah,
unless anyone else has anything they want to talk about, but because I don't want to steal the whole conversation,
Go ahead.
but I saw a lot of discussion about the Maharaga, his ability to bypass Limitless.
Hello, by
Yeah.
the way, Hardy. I was gonna talk about this. Yeah.
So I'm kind of so I've seen a lot of people talk about this. So it's the Maharaga can bypass Limitless because we see at the end he cut Gojo, so the wheel spun
Correct.
enough times.
Mm-hmm.
So Sukuna cannot. But if Sukuna wears
can.
the wheel,
Yeah, I was about to say, if he wears the
can.
wheel, he can. Yes.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Well, yes.
That's
he-
just
he
what
can
I was
do that,
asking
yeah.
because I've seen so many people. I saw a whole thread on Twitter of arguments being like, "Well, he can't because this and this, and he can because this and this." So I'm just asking.
Because he was able, like, I think that's just how it has to be, because at the end of the fight with Yorozu, which, by the way, another thing, randomly a chapter in this fight ended with Yorozu's quote about like showing Sukuna love and stuff, and we've never come back to that. What were you cooking, Akusami? Anyway, but like at the end of that fight, he like passes the wheel off to Maharaga, and then that obviously shifts, like all of the stuff that he's adapted to shifts to him. So I think I'm like 95% sure that yes, Sukuna has to wear the wheel in order to be adapted to it.
Okay.
Mhm.
I think that actually makes it
So what if
Oh,
Gojo
Lord.
just takes it? Because it's an actual object, right? We
Yeah,
see it. It's not
where
this-
in the rule
it's not
book
like
does it
a-
say,
it's like
I
it's a-
can't
it's a
just steal
real
it?
thing. Yeah, because it fucking falls and hits the ground, right? So why can't he
Yeah.
just pick it up and take it?
Because Sukuna has picked it up before, like
Yeah.
after he did defeat it. So it's like it is possible.
It is
Here's the thing,
possible.
bro.
Yeah.
I'm asking the real questions here. I would just take it from him.
Yeah, just take it.
Dead ass Taco, you might be onto something. Like dead ass.
Twice now
Being
that
dead
you said
fucking
something like that.
Listen, dead ass. If he finds a way to escape Mahoraga for a second, right? If he takes that fucking wheel and tosses that bitch like a frisbee, what is Sukuna gonna do? Like, what is he gonna do, bro? Oh
Here.
damn.
Here's the thing. That's most likely not going to happen.
Oh yeah.
But if it did, it would be hands down the funniest fucking thing
That
Oh,
ever
would be
written,
so
dude.
fucking funny
Bro,
and cool.
I need you to know, listen, if that ever happens, I want everyone in chat to know this too. If that ever happens, the thumbnail for that week is just going to be a close-up of Sukuna with a Snapchat filter of blood thought he was ready for this or something like that. That's what the thumbnail is going to be. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah, no, that would be great. But transitioning back into Mahoraga, the one dislike that I have about this chapter is they talk about like, okay, so Yuji brings it up. He was just like, hey, so what's the deal with the whole Mahoraga spin thing? And I was like, okay, now we're finally getting more context for that, like I thought we would. And then it's like, oh, so it could either be like a situation where he gets hit by it once and it takes time to adapt, or like the more he gets hit with it, the more time it takes to adapt. The answer, it could be either.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
I thought that was
Fuck
actually
off. Fuck
almost
off.
After Tommy heard all the other complaints for like domain expansions, like, well, let's go over literally every possibility in the universe, and it's just like, well, guess we'll just have to see. In this case, just like, could either be option 1 or 2. I don't fucking know. Anyways,
Yeah, we don't know. Yeah, it could be
Yeah,
any
no,
of them.
So wait, does it adapt by a time or does it adapt by an interaction? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Of course, like we could always get the explanation later. The Mahoraga wheel is still there, but like
I don't think we will. I think
that's
just
the
he's
thing.
like,
That's
fuck
I
you
was
for
just
asking
about to
questions.
say that. I was just about to say I don't think we will. Like I was like, really, bro?
Dang,
Come
the
on.
one time I'm actually curious and know what the answer is, I'm not gonna get it.
No.
What a
Well,
shock.
get
Because here's
it.
the thing, though, right? And maybe I'm the asshole. Why would he answer it?
I don't know.
I want to
Because
know.
I'm used to it, maybe.
I want to know.
Because literally, though, realistically, at this point, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Bro, I want to know.
Because Limitless is already gone. He already adapted to it. So there's nothing else. Like, the Mahoraga, this thing was written into the story with this ability for this exact moment, and it just did it. So from now on, that doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, that's true. I just want to know, man. I love knowing these things,
You know, I'll
man.
just wait for the volume release where he just explains it in like 9 other pages. I'm fine.
I was about to say he'll probably explain it at like the end of the volume or something. Yeah, something.
Yeah.
But yeah, this God, we're so fucking back, man. This chapter.
I heard
is
some people
great.
like theorizing that like, what chapter is this? Like, I think it's like the next 2, maybe 3 chapters or something, where it would, because these set of chapters would pretty much be for like the next volume, and so that would be like a good cliffhanger. So in the next like couple of chapters, something even bigger is going to happen, most likely to Gojo, and that's probably where the fight really reaches its climax, if not probably its end, at least for Gojo in this case.
Maybe that'll be when he loses one of his eyes, because I know that's been a theory that people have talked
Yeah,
about.
that's what I always say. It's just like, if, you know, we always say like, well, dang, like, especially by this point, it's just like, well, Gojo's just way too fucking cool to just like outright die from something like this. That would just kind of be a little lame to just be like, well, he could just do everything and Sukuna just snapped his fingers and Mahoraga just like fucking punted him across the city and that's the end of the fight. That would be very boring for a guy who has the title of the strongest sorcerer, or just the strongest. So how do you get rid of Gojo but also keep him alive? Just get rid of his eyes. That's it. and then
Yeah.
someone else could just tag team in. There you go.
My goat Yuji. One shots
Cut
up.
his
Let's go.
eyes out. Cut him in the eyes.
Cut his eyes. Got him now.
Get him in the eyes.
Got him now. Yeah, it's man.
Are you guys gonna react when he kills Gojo?
I'm gonna fall to my knees.
I'm gonna cry.
I'm gonna be flabbergasted like Yuta in this chapter.
Would you actually cry, Sky?
No.
No.
Damn.
Nah, let him know. Let him know.
I
Silly
love
question.
JJK. I've been reading it for upwards of like, oh no,
6
5
years.
Oh no, you're
Oh.
old.
Yeah,
Unlike me.
and I, yeah, you're a brimming fucking fountain of youth over there.
Yeah.
Old
There you
ass
go.
motherfucker. I bet
No,
you could
no,
rent a
I-
car. That's how old you are.
Now hold on, wait a minute.
Wow.
Now wait a damn minute, son. I can't rent a vehicle. No way. I'm like
No, yeah, that's what you say.
3 years old.
You're like 30 years.
The rate we're going here, you're just gonna be a freaking baby at this rate.
Oh, you didn't hear? I have the rewind quirk. Don't use electricity
Mm.
on me though. I'm cooked.
Yeah, all of us are.
No.
It's called being
That
alive.
No.
Well, good JJK chapter.
Very good.
I
JJK
enjoyed
chapter.
The
Let me
discourse
look
is
through-
fucking fun. I'll just say that.
Oh my god, yeah, the
Yeah, no.
agendas are great. I love them.
I mean, yeah, no, and even just putting aside all the agendas, it was just a really solid fight. Because like the last couple chapters, it's mostly been a lot of explanations from all the people watching, and that's just been intersecting with it. But this was just like a really just solid fight focused chapter, and I dig that.
Mm-hmm.
It was really good.
Because like again, and like they were just throwing down their moves. Like seriously, that Boomerang Red was just fucking awesome. Like that was just sick.
Yeah, man.
Okay, I like
Boomerang
that
right
phrasing.
into the
Boomerang
black
red.
A
Ash.
boomerang red. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that shit was hot. Sailor co-wrote the Bible. What the fuck? Hey,
Damn.
hey, what the
Damn.
fuck? Hey, what? Why you gotta say that, man?
We're
God, damn.
busting out fucking yo mama jokes, basically.
God.
You're so old. You sat next to Moses in grade school.
God damn, golly. Okay, let me look through a few of these comments real quick before we move on. I think Mahoraga is the only one that can adapt. That's what he said in 230. Okay, shouts out to you, honored one. Thanks for keeping score for us, son. Sukuna and Megumi only can use the wheel to process, not for the result. Okay.
That is
oh, yeah.
so JJK worded.
Yeah, I was about to say, because I remember he brought that up. I have to go back and reread that.
Because that's
but yeah.
that's the thing though, right? It's like I'm not gonna say
I think
I'm
he
not gonna
can,
argue
though.
either way.
I think
Like,
he
I'm not-
can because Sukuna said, or because Gojo said, like, oh, he did it for the, like for the process, but you didn't get him to do it for the result, and that's when he went to. So I think he can, but Sailor's so old, he's the founder of ancient Egypt. What do you mean? Why y'all slandering me? No, wait a minute.
You built the
have-
Hasbro pyramid. That's awesome.
That's sick. Dude, I want to go there for vacation. I
Don't
have
worry, bro, I
long
got you.
since forfeited my right to understand JJK abilities.
Yep.
I'm no longer
Bro, what's the
pretending like I
problem?
know.
Bro, you
So
read
I'm
it.
not gonna argue for either
You're
way.
damn
Like,
right.
I don't
Man, I
know.
forfeited those rights
experience.
it's a long time ago, man.
Yeah, I'm not going
And
to
I'm just
argue
here to-
whether or not the Maharaga can, or he's the only one that can bypass Limitless, or Sukuna, if he wears the wheel, he can do it, or whatever the fuck. I don't know. All I'm going to say is this, is that if it is the case that only Maharaga can bypass Limitless, bro, he's fucked. Because that is fucking like... it's like not... that big of a trump card, if we're being completely honest with ourselves. Because wasn't the whole thing that Sukuna was scared that he would fucking one-shot it in the first place? And it's
Yeah.
like, maybe if that's the case, if Maharaga can bypass Limitless, Sukuna was like planning on doing like a dual attack where he blocks Gojo's attacks and then Maharaga attack. Which would be a good strategy if he wasn't unfucking conscious right now as we speak.
Oh my gosh, bro. That's Sukuna right
Yeah,
now.
I was about to say Sukuna on the outside is just like, I see, but if I counter his retraction with my own amplification of theory, then I'll be able to defeat him. On the outside,
Yeah, so from like
Oh my
from like a
God.
purely like writing standpoint, I feel like Sukuna will be able to bypass it.
Oh shit. Sukuna's thinking about all these complex ways to get around Gojo's shit. Gojo's like, yeah, go to sleep, nigga. Go to bed.
Yeah, you can think about that in your dreams.
Go to sleep, little nigga.
It would make for a more
Oh,
entertaining
God.
fight if Sukuna could just wear the wheel and bypass Limitless.
Yeah,
I agree.
Because it's like at that point it's like
Yeah.
I don't know if you made it where
Oh,
only Maharaga
shit.
could do it. It's like you're getting. I feel like at that point you're getting too concerned with like the fucking fine print of these abilities. It's like, bro, just fucking fight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
like
just also wouldn't be fun, just like the whole point is supposed to just be Gojo versus Sukuna, not Gojo versus Maharaga, basically.
yeah, if
Sukuna is just kind of in the way.
If Sukuna becomes fucking Pokemon trainer, like, go Maharaga.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna be
Listen,
so pissed.
the slander will be legendary. The slander will be legendary.
I need to see Sukuna's face, like, not even in the face. I just need the 2 extra eyes, photoshopped onto fucking Leaf, the fucking female trainer from Kanto.
dude, I'll never get over all 4 of his eyes turning over
All
white, dude.
4
That
of
shit
them
had me
are
dead,
knocked
bro.
out. Oh my God. Out like a light. Hey,
His
God
first
damn.
cheek
Man.
blacked out.
The more and more we talk about this, man really is just a fucking fraud, ain't he?
He is, bro. Thank you. Thank
Dude,
you.
the-
Yeah,
Yes.
it's really
in
gonna make it
full
especially
force.
sucky because we know he's still gonna have to end up losing this fight.
Gosh, man. My sensei clears. That's what I believe. My sensei clears him. This is
What
happens.
I mean, reasonably speaking, he should, but like if you think about it from the perspective of the story itself, Gojo's got to get taken out of the equation at some point.
Yeah, when the story
Boo.
ends and he lives a happy life.
The story just ends. This is the final fight. That was
Yeah.
What if-
actually fucking funny.
What if Gojo just wins and Yuji doesn't do anything this arc?
Listen.
Fucking
First
Kenjaku's like, it's over, bro. I did not see this shit coming.
Well, he is. That's that's the Uzumaki combo going for Kenjaku. Like that's whole different people.
Mhm.
Well, Maki clears by herself. My tribal chief just wins.
Mhm.
But that's just how that
yeah.
goes, you know.
Yeah, of course.
These are the agendas that are correct. You know, I feel like we should
Naturally.
acknowledge that. Yeah.
I really admire
Everyone,
that about you,
everyone
how
gets
fucking-
real quiet when Maki gets brought up around scene.
I just gotta say that I really admire Sailor's the illusions. They're fucking. There's nothing stronger
That's
in this
fucked up.
world, you know.
That's fucked up, bro. That's real fucked up. I think there is one thing that's stronger though.
What?
It has to do with the next chapter. One Piece.
Yes, sir.
1090. Taco, tell us about the sweat scaling, bro. Let us
You were
know.
gonna say
The sweat
1,000.
scale, bro.
Let us know about it.
The sweat scaling. Okay, so if you guys give your attention to the final page of this chapter, you'll see Luffy saying, "Oh, really? What's the actually? I haven't looked at the
Bringing it
Let me
up.
look for
translation.
it.
So I
He
heard
says
someone
someone's
strong.
here.
Someone's here.
Someone's really
Someone's strong.
Yeah.
That's not as
Something
good.
Blue.
I don't like that as much, but
Yeah, no, it's
Wow,
bad.
what a fucking shocker.
someone's here. Someone's strong. Okay.
Someone's among us.
So as you can see, Luffy is
No
sweating
laughs, no
in that
giggles.
panel, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
One
dude.
So
drop.
that means that Kizaru is stronger than Kaido.
Okay.
Because Luffy was never sweating, right? Whenever he fought Kaido. It makes sense, huh? It's like it just checks,
Yeah.
there's nothing
Your
to
logic
argue
is
against.
flawless.
Like,
Yes.
It's all
You know,
there.
I didn't think you were right until you said you were right. Now I think that you might be right.
Yeah, bro. I mean,
Damn.
why would he be sweating if it was,
Yeah.
not the case?
I mean,
Yeah.
I would have to if I had to put something out. I'd probably have to say it has something to do with their last encounter with Kizaru. So that's probably gonna bring up some bad memories.
Whoa, Silver, are you bringing up evidence
And context.
Are you trying to say that my MC
You
Monkey D.
fucking
Luffy has PTSD?
Imbecile, you idiot, you clown, walking on here like, oh hey guys, I think that maybe the story is implying that Luffy is still remembers how he lost to Kizaru last time. Honka honka. That's you.
So, what you're feeling right now in this moment is what it feels like to be a true One Piece fan. Congrats, you made it. This is
Wait,
really
what?
what it is.
Ooh.
This is
Yeah.
Ugh.
Using evidence and logic to back up your statements for someone else to be like, no. That's
You
the
ever
essence
heard-
of being a One Piece fan.
You ever heard the argument of nah and then You ever thought about that?
Hey, man.
I do think this weird that this chapter is named after Kizaru. Because, like, yeah,
Doesn't
he's
really do
in the
much.
chapter, but, like, I don't think he did anything that
Bro, he's
like,
taking on
extraordinary.
Sentomaru, the strongest defense in the world.
you're.
Right, yeah.
That has been one of my favorite parts of the chapters.
Not even
I
Kaido
don't know,
can
bro.
bypass
Lucci
that.
one-shot Sentomaru. I think Lucci might be stronger than Kizaru.
Hey, man.
Um,
By that logic, yeah.
This is a good chapter. It's just a lot of talking. This is a
Bro,
transitional chapter.
holy.
Nothing really
Listen,
happened.
Oda got that new eye surgery, and bro said, right, time to flex. And drew a bunch of double-page spreads.
Yeah, I was like,
A
God damn,
bunch
there's
of
a lot
characters everywhere. Yeah. A bunch of fucking consoles, 16 screens, fucking all this other shit. Yeah. All
I
types
still
of
think
stuff.
Laser Eyes would have been cooler, but this is cool too, I guess.
Bro,
Nah,
we have
he's just
Kizaru
saving
here.
that.
He's gonna flex.
Mm-hmm. He's got his laser eyes clearly.
Yeah, bro.
You can't use them on the paper, bro. It burns.
Yeah, ouch. Hurts. My spleen.
Uh,
The
Okay.
paper split?
I was just gonna bring up that this is another just meme topic, but one of my favorite things about this chapter was I like the moment with the Hancock Seraphim.
Yeah.
I
I
really
wish
like
they
that
had
moment.
names. You know what? I really, really fucking hope they give them names, just like actual like different names
Yeah.
instead
I
of
hope
like
so,
Hancock
too.
Seraphim, because they
Yeah.
are people, right? They
Yeah.
are people. They're clones, but like
They're property of the government.
Yeah, they're
so
property of the
Snake and
government.
Sahawk will work fine.
I hope, because I feel like they're kids. They're not gonna be fucking killed like during the final battle. when
God,
they
I
defeat
hope
Put him in
not.
jail or
Jesus.
kill him.
Jinbei's not gonna rip off the Jinbei Seraphim's fucking head or anything like that. But when they're freed from the government, I hope they get their own names. I think that'd be actually really nice because they are different from the other pacifistas because they have actual consciousness and they make
Personalities,
decisions and personalities and stuff.
Yeah.
And we see that with the Hancock Seraphim because she's fallen in love with Luffy. Well, what I like about it is it implies. So I've seen some people complain about this because they're like, well, that doesn't make any sense because the lineage factor, like, it's just DNA, so it shouldn't
Okay.
transplant like memories
Oh
and
my
What is there to
God.
complain about? Like, it's a fucking
It's like,
gag.
bro, it's
Like, I
fucking,
mean-
it's science fiction.
Yeah.
Bro,
like,
it's
how do
not
I
a
a
gag,
care?
like,
Calm
we-
down.
Frankly, I'm more surprised if people didn't see this coming. And like, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's like
If I
it's totally
see-
was lined up for this shit.
If I see a man say the word factor right in front of me, he's going down.
Like, the funny thing about it,
Bro.
is like,
bro.
like I said, I think
Bro.
they're taking it way too serious. But even
Yeah.
if we let's sink down in the shit for a second. Let's really get into it. Let's go down to their fucking level for a second.
Okay.
Okay.
This was already foreshadowed
Yeah.
True.
because it literally told us. Vegapunk straight up says, "Oh, the S Shark. We never taught him how to use Fishman karate, but through his lineage factor and him gaining experience fighting, he's learning new techniques." Which implies that through the lineage factor, they do have some type of memory of their past selves or their original copies because they're able to use their abilities and skills without ever actually learning how to use them.
Yeah. It's just
So
like
it's like-
second nature for them.
Yeah, it would make sense that their personalities are also there too.
Yeah. For sure. And true.
And that's a very long-winded explanation to set up the joke about the Mihawk Seraphim running away.
Let's go. Fraud Hawk getting off-screened again, baby. Let's fucking go.
Because that was my
Damn.
favorite tweet I saw this week. Was I forget who tweeted it, but they were like, "Bro, you're telling me that the Seraphim have the same personalities as the originals, bruh?" And then it just shows the panel of it was like Luffy, Zoro, and them fighting, and they're like, "Where did the Mihawk one go? He's gone." This motherfucker ran away.
Motherfucker, poof. I
saw-
bro, so
I
funny.
sent it to chat, but it was the one screenshot from the SpongeBob movie
Yes.
where it's SpongeBob and Patrick, and they're on the
They're on the
table where
board,
they're
yeah.
tied out. Yeah, at the end of the movie.
Yeah, I saw that one.
And they're like, I forget the original line, but it's like, we did pretty good.
I guess
for a
we
couple
really
of, we did good for
yeah.
a couple of kids.
Yeah, we did good
Yeah,
for
and
a
it's got
couple of kids.
it's got Sukuna and Mihawk like features photoshopped over them. And it
Yep.
says we did pretty good for a
Yeah.
couple of frauds. Those motherfuckers will never escape the fraud allegations. Dude.
Never.
I'm gonna
ever.
need you to send that to me. I'm really gonna need you to send that one to me.
Okay, I'll find it. I sent it to chat.
I
a
don't
couple
got it
days
on
ago.
hand. Yeah.
Oh no, I sent it to chat. I can go get it. But
Oh my
It's,
god, bro. She's so funny.
couple of frauds.
You're a goofy goober now.
He's not just the greatest swordsman in the world. It's a fraud.
It's like actually the craziest thing ever to like write a series in the modern day because you just have people on the internet reading that.
yeah,
That's the punchline, by the way, guys. That is the joke because it's fucked up.
What a burden, honestly, just to have to fucking write shit that people are gonna read. It's like, oh my god.
And they're
Fuck.
they're just gonna say insufferable shit like calling your character a fraud when he like reasonably gets his ass whooped.
Well, maybe
Hey,
his
man.
dumbass fucking should be better.
Yeah, man. Listen, talk about that shit all you want. It's making me money, so I don't give a shit.
Yeah, right. Nah, for real though.
we got a. Oh yeah, we also got official confirmation. I mean, we kind of knew this, but we are going to Elbaf next.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
I like Usopp and Luffy's reaction where they start singing. So
Yeah.
that's actually a throwback. When
I was
the
about
little,
to
like,
say.
when they're dancing and singing, the little song they're singing, they actually originally sung that song. I don't remember. I think it was after Little Garden, like the first time they met giants. But I thought that was kind of cool.
Hell yeah, that's
and then
really cool.
the only last thing I wanted to talk about was there's two things. One thing is that we got another appearance of Tommy Tenchin.
Who?
Oh, right, him, yeah. Tommy, is that your
Well-
nickname for him?
Oh, I change it every time. Next time I'll call
you're
him
right.
Chester
You're
Six
right.
Chin. Every time I see him, it's gonna be a
I
different
forgot
name.
who it was. Yeah,
Okay.
you're right.
Until we get an actual name for him, which we will eventually. I don't know what it'll be. But what I think is interesting is this time we get a very tasteful composition of him from his backside.
A tasteful composition is crazy.
Bro, Oda got that new eyesight, bro. He's flexing.
You're right.
He had to show him in all of his glory. Well, what I really like about it is you can see he's not fat.
Yeah, he's just
So
long neck.
he's just fucked up, you know? There's something not quite right
He
about
also
him.
has like marine tattooed, like
He has
on his
that
neck,
tatted
I'm
on his
pretty sure.
neck, bro. God damn.
He's about that life.
He's about that shit.
Bro, his neck is crazy, bro.
Holy.
My favorite Marine in the series.
The
Fucking-
six chin saint.
Yeah, the seven chin saint.
What if like he's actually a fishman, just has some fucked up gills, and you're being racist as hell right now?
Now
What
listen,
if-
Taco is very much. This is very much on brand for Taco.
No.
So
Hey, man, I don't
confirm
confirm nor deny those allegations. I'm just gonna let them sit with everyone.
I think it's very much. Yeah.
right.
Don't get hasty.
So,
We
yeah.
gotta have a 20 chapter Foxy rematch before Elbaf. Fuck.
No.
Bro.
Fuck.
Hell yeah.
Well, it was all foreshadowed. You know, it was all set up from
Bro.
the beginning.
I'm just gonna vote to skip One Piece for some weeks if that's what's going on in the podcast.
The
Alright,
best chapter,
alright.
bro.
Oh shit.
So yeah,
Uh,
other than that, there are a few other small things I wanted to talk about with this chapter. First of all is that a bit between Nami, E, and York, or when York's talking shit about O'Hara, and then she goes and knocks her ass out. I thought that was fun.
Yeah,
I thought it was
Because
really good
obviously-
too, because in the panel below, Zoro's like, "Damn, nigga, stop beating her ass!" Like, damn.
We already have her locked up.
But anyway, continue, Silver. I'm sorry.
And then the only other small moment, which is it's just quite surprising it was such a small moment, but it's like this is also the first time we actually got to see Luffy interact with one of the Gorosei. Like that's kind of a big deal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I
Yeah.
love how he's just like, they're just like, "Hey, how many people you got over there?" And Luffy's like, "Oh yeah, well we have a few folks injured, but we got this person and that person." Like, Robin's like, "Nigga, stop! Like, can you not? Jesus!"
We got Nico Robin over here. Hey, Blood, no, don't give him my location. That's the last thing you need.
Don't tell them
government
I'm
name
here.
would be the fuck.
Yeah. You want to tell them my social while you're at it? Goddamn.
I don't know what these three wacky numbers are in the back, but I think you'll like them.
Yeah, bro. We got hella people here, bro. Yeah. Shout out to Rob Gucci, the biggest snitch.
Oh, actually,
The
yeah, I did
biggest
want to.
snitch.
I completely forgot about that, but I don't because I asked that the last chapter where I was like, "What do you guys think will happen to Rob Lucci?" But it looks like he's fine because I didn't know
It's chill.
that he was sending them information from the inside, which makes sense. So it's like they're not gonna treat him as a traitor because he technically is still helping. And
I
they're
don't know. They are.
He's
pretty
still on
much.
the clock.
I was about to
No,
say
'cause
he's still on there. Like, hey, because they said we need what's her name? We need York. We need the power plant, and we need what else? What was the last thing? I forget. Whatever it was not Rob Lucci. So it's like,
Yeah,
I
well,
think he's
they're-
still cooked.
No, they're not gonna save
not
him,
cooked,
but like
but, no.
they're not gonna like kill him either. Like he'll when they invade, he's gonna switch sides again and start trying to fight the Straw Hats, and they're gonna be fine with him because I forget the line, but basically, oh maybe it's I can't find the line anymore, but basically one of them was like, "Oh, Rob Lucci's useful." Oh, it's
Oh,
Yeah.
Kizaru
on
was saying
page
like
4.
he's a
Kizaru,
very
he's a
proper
good
agent.
agent or
Yeah.
something.
Rob
like
Lucci
that.
is a very capable agent, so it's like he's fine.
I mean, hey, yeah, that's
Uh,
true. Sailor and Taco being racist against Fishman ain't anything new. Why me? Hey, don't bring me into this conflict. This is
Got
Taco.
Bro, you're fucked up, bro.
Now wait a minute. Wait
Yeah,
a
that's so
minute.
fucked up of
This
you.
ain't
Man,
me. This
I think
ain't
we're
me, Your
gonna
Honor.
take you. I think we're gonna take you off the podcast. Silver's
What
later now.
the hell?
Very
Man, I
much
can't
like-
believe Sailor said this about Fishman. Whoa,
This
Pimp,
ain't
don't repeat it.
me. God damn, bro. Why is Rob Gucci being called a rat for doing his job? That is a good point. But he's a snitch. Bro.
Yeah.
Shut up. Shut up.
Bro,
Yeah,
are
his
you-
job
Are you
is a
just fucking
government
good at his job?
Shut up,
Bro,
bro.
working the
Shut
9 to
up.
5, bro.
I didn't even think about that until he said that. He's just doing his job.
Yeah.
Damn,
man,
Rob,
I
why
don't
you
care if you-
snitching? Nigga, I'm
I
your
don't
op.
Hey,
Nigga,
man.
I'm the police.
I don't care. Hey, look, man, I don't care if he's just doing his 9 to 5. Hey, snitches get stitches.
Oh my
He's not
God.
even. He's not even undercover. You guys
Oh.
see him, right? You see the bird. It's me.
It's
The bird is
literally
his
the
badge.
equivalent. It's literally the equivalent of like everyone was sitting in a trap house, like smoking crack, and there's just a cop on the fucking couch, just like calling the other cops, and they're like, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing?" It's like, dude, I'm a cop.
I thought we were cool.
Bro, I
I'm
am an
arresting all of
officer. Oh shit. That is funny. Holy shit. Wow. Yeah. All right. Never mind, Rob. You're doing your job.
Yeah. He's still on the clock,
Oh,
man.
That
You
has
gotta get that
never.
paper.
Oh, shout out Rob
you for
Gucci,
your-
man.
Thank you for your service, officer. I guess He's fucking shoving you in the face.
Uh,
Head down, bonk. Bonk.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Why would you do something like this? I don't know, because I want to retire.
Holy fuck! I'm
But-
getting lightheaded. We have to change topics. Hold on.
Yeah, I was gonna say good chapter. I think that's all I got to say about it.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck! Yeah, really good chapter. I can't wait to see Setomaru clear Kizaru.
Yeah, he's
Uh,
knocking him out next chapter.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
really interesting to see
Dude,
where the Blackbeard
Setomaru's
pirates
got,
fit
like,
in.
He's the best perfect parry user that there ever could be in literally anything.
Oh my
Like,
god, he's got the
Kizaru's just gonna go
Daigo
flying
parry.
all the way back. Yeah,
He's cooked.
he's going all the way back to that battleship and just sinking the ship as well.
Oh,
That powerful.
Shit.
Fair.
I believe
Like,
that.
honestly, understandable.
Oh, I forgot. You know, I always have to get my quota in. Death to all Vegapunks! 2 down! We got more to go!
Oh yeah,
Let's go!
Congrats.
Yes! Oh my gosh. Ah, it's a wonderful day. A god
I
good.
do think more will die before we're done in this arc.
Yes! We can only hope, baby. We need
Well, I
it.
hate to disappoint Sailor like this, but somehow I think 2 is all we're gonna get. Though I will say I'm a little disappointed to see Shaka dead because I actually thought his was the coolest design, but what
I
can you
agree.
do?
Oh yeah, that's right. Shaka got fucking gunned.
He got
God.
domed, yeah.
Yeah.
Got clapped by York, bro. If I got killed by York, I'm waking up. No way. I'm not going out like that. I'm waking
Okay,
up.
actually, I will take it back then. Like, if anyone else is gonna end up dying, it probably will be York.
I
I'm just
can't
gonna put
lose.
that one out there.
I can't lose to the girl whose personality is just shitting and eating.
Yeah. All she does is lie, eat hot chip and shit. I'm not
Yeah.
losing to this. I'm not doing that, bro. I'm getting up. I'm sorry. I can't go out like that. But yeah, overall, good chapter. We got a lot of good stuff to look forward to, and I can't wait to see the next chapter. But yeah, are we ready to move on to our next chapter, or actually chapters?
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right,
Next
so we are moving on to Chainsaw Man chapters 138 and 139. So fellas, how'd you feel about these two?
I was literally reading these as you guys were talking about Black Clover because I forgot to read them every time. But I like them for recent
Yeah.
memory, of course.
Yeah, no. I
All
like
right,
them.
let me just be the first one to get this one out. Oh, I was wrong. You guys were right.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna rub it in your face, Silver.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's why I'm here. Silver, you dumb bitch.
Oh my god!
No. Let him get it out. All right, I remember. I
No,
was
no, I'm good. I did
Silver,
it.
no,
Shit.
it's
Yeah, with
Silver,
that
no.
phone line. No.
Bro, you were wrong. You don't gotta take this. Like
We're now
it's
in the peace
okay.
territory.
Yeah, it's okay, Silver. But yeah, no. I like these chapters. They were good. What's her name? Shout out to Fumiko. She seems like a lot of fun. Shout out to Amiri Sugo. He seems like fun too, mainly just because Miri sounds. I like saying Amiri, designer brand. I know he
can't
got it
believe
on.
you know their names.
I reread the chapters this morning. That's why.
I can't believe you did your homework.
You are fucking. I
Yeah.
can't believe you remember their names.
Bro,
That's
what's
crazy.
the problem? What's the problem, bro? Yeah, shouts out to the two of them. Fumiko seems like fun, like I said. Her just singing just to sing. All right, pussy, 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 marijuana is a good song, I guess. So
Let's go.
guess
Hey,
I
no,
can't-
the actual song kind of goes
I
hard. I'm not
can't-
gonna lie.
it does.
Yeah,
It
everybody, like-
does.
Yeah, like the whole reason she didn't help him out at all during that is because she didn't want to get interrupted.
Bro, the beat was going off. I had to.
Yeah, she was out here playing fucking Friday Night Funkin'. Meanwhile, Denji's fighting for his life. I respect it though. But yeah,
She
her
is,
being in
like,
special division is
weirdly
nice too.
hard to read though.
Oh yeah.
Because like, I don't get her angle. Because even in like the latest chapter, right? Like there's a whole thing where they're talking to the sword guy, and it's like, oh yeah, that sounds pretty great actually. You should, that sounds awesome. It's weird. Like when he's trying to
Well-
be convinced to go over, it's weird. Like that. No,
Not
it's
only
literally
that,
not your
right?
job.
Yeah, I was about to say not only that, but Amiri Sugo. He was just like, yo, listen, bro, you can join the Chainsaw Man Church. We got snacks, we got bitches, we got video games. It's lit. And she's like, whoa, wait a minute. You got to make Chainsaw Man your leader. You can't just have him be a
Yeah,
random
right?
goon. It's like, what? That is
Yeah,
literally
no.
not your job.
Yeah, except it was more like this. It's no, I won't join in your church unless you make me the leader. I have my own life to live, and wait, hold on. Did you say bitches? Okay, well, shit, man. That's all you had to say.
Yeah. You said the hoes will be there? Shit, I guess I will be too.
I can fight for a cause that's good, and
Yeah.
the cause is for me.
Yeah. Oh, the hoes gonna be there? I need to let them know I got that shit on. Hold on. I got you. I'll be there. Yeah. What time did you say? 7:30? I'll be there at 6. It's like, damn, bro. I did love that little gag at the end where he just walks out and Denji's just there. He's like, hey, what's up, bro?
Yeah, how did he do that? Like, that one I'm
Well-
honestly curious about.
He's fast.
It just
He's
reminds me
he's
of that.
really fast.
It's that one Kevin Gates clip where he's like, oh, I helped her out. She said, "You're my angel." I said, "Don't speak on it." It just reminds me of that bit. Just like, how'd you get here? Don't speak on it. don't worry about it. I got
Bro.
here.
Real quick, I gotta bring attention to it's page 3 of chapter 139. That panel of Denji. It's the one Sailor used for the thumbnail.
Yeah.
God damn, did he look ugly in that fucking pic, bro? My dude looked like a frog, bro. What the hell?
I was
It's-
wondering what was happening to him.
It's
Jealousy
so
is a very
funny
bitter swill
'cause-
for any to follow, or anyone to swallow.
Mm. Well, it's
I don't know
so
why
funny
I said
because literally in the next panel, it's like, do the women in his class think he's hot? Like,
Oh, yeah.
because it's
They
hard to
do,
tell
yeah.
with like anime characters who's meant to be attractive sometimes.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's funny. It's funny to think that he would be popular if he wasn't so fucking weird.
Nah, man, that's only boosting his popularity. They get a free chair, you know. Well, actually, they pay him like 50 cents, but you know, chair.
Yeah, it's not.
Shouts
My
out.
chair.
Yeah, chair. Yeah, I speaking of Denji, I thought it was really interesting because in both of these two chapters, it was weird to see like Fumiko just being like, I really wanted to sing my song, and like that's weird, but seeing Denji be like, you're fucking weird. That was like crazy to me. That was insane. And him talking like, you know, I kind of dig my normal life. It's like Denji is like sort of normal now, which like makes sense, but it's like so weird to see that. Like for him to be around other batshit insane people and be like, no, you're weird, dude. I don't know. I don't want to be around you. Like, that's just funny to see.
I really like it because that was like one of the things we learned in part 1 is that all the best devil hunters are insane.
They're crazy, yeah.
They're weird, they're off, and she's assumedly a pretty good one if they have her protecting Denji.
Oh yeah.
So she's just crazy.
Yeah.
That also reminds me. So let's settle this other debate here and now. Steak, sushi, Chinese food. Which ones would you guys
Steak.
gotta go for?
Steak.
Yep.
I could
Steak.
go for a steak right now.
I could do a steak.
I
Bro,
don't know. Like, I mean,
wait. You forgot the other one. What about parfait?
Damn, parfait's all good.
What about parfait?
Bro, what the fuck?
I mean, here's the thing, right?
Not a
I
fan.
like all of them, but if I had to sit down and right now eat something, I'd pick a steak.
Yeah,
Sure.
I could really go for a steak right
Yeah,
now. Honestly.
steak is good. Steak is very good.
Oh,
I haven't had sushi,
another
but
thing.
steak is good.
About this chapter is that what's sword dude's name, Sailor? You're the only one who's
Miri Sugo. I call him a Miri because it's the designer brand. I know he got designer on,
A
but it's
Miri.
Miri. Yeah,
Okay,
it's Miri
Sugo
Sugo.
is when he's talking here, he basically says that the other weapon like hybrids are at the church, which is like that's
Dude.
insane.
Yeah,
That- if he's talking about all of them, then that's Riz, that's Quan Chi, that's
Dude.
I mean Katana dude is there too, I guess.
yeah.
Spearman.
Spearman.
Let's
He's
go.
there.
Yeah,
The
we
best.
back. We back in
Yeah,
there,
well,
bro.
Finally.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah,
We might actually,
right?
What's awesome about this is we might actually have a cast of characters I can care about because these ones can't die.
You're
Well, never
Bro.
say never. This
Uh,
is Chainsaw Man we're talking about.
bro.
That's what because Xena said that to me before, and I told him, I was like, I don't know, bro. This is Fujimoto. If he can find a way to kill immortal characters, he'll do it. I think it's like,
That is so
There
true.
is the
true.
Death Devil.
yeah. But I love these 2 chapters.
They were really
they were
good,
really
man.
fun.
They were
I like
really
their conversations because it's almost one of those moments where he's just like, yeah, I can talk to Denji. He'll definitely be on my side. And then he realizes, oh, wait, fuck, no, he's a weirdo. I can't talk to him.
Yeah.
He's talking about fucking nonsense. And I love her. He's just like, look, that's the face that says bingo. Bingo.
good. Yeah, true.
These chapters did a very good job of getting me excited for what's going to happen next. Because after the last stuff, I was like kind of confused. Not confused with the story, but just like what was going to happen next. Because I had a general idea of like what could happen next. I was just like, I don't know what the fuck he's going to do. But I like this direction we're taking. I like Asa like kind of reveling in her
She's such a
fame
loser,
a bit.
dude. I love
Yeah,
her.
I like that she's very similar to Denji.
Yeah.
And I like this stuff with Denji. It's funny. I gotta point out though, did anyone else see this? On page 12, the sword guy, when he's walking in that one panel, doesn't he look like the Virgin meme?
Yes.
Wait,
identical.
hold on. I gotta see. Oh my god!
Like identical. And I just noticed that when I was scrolling.
No!
I saw so many memes about that.
No, not a Miri Sugo.
The Virgin Katana Man, the Chad Chainsaw Man.
No. Oh, I'm so sorry. You lost already. You lost before you could even try. Oh no. Well, fuck.
Gotta find a new character.
He's just cooked now. He's just
Well,
cooked.
yeah, that means he's gonna die first at that church.
Yeah, thank God we're going to the church to meet up with some older characters, cause he's this new one it's dead in the water already, dead on arrival. Damn,
Yep.
damn shame, man.
Fujimoto, you bastard.
You never answered, Silver, but I am curious, what would you pick out of the food choices?
Oh yeah, I feel like I have to go with sushi. I feel like that's just gonna offer the most variety if we're just talking daily consumption.
I mean, I really
Honestly,
like sushi.
I've never had
Yeah.
sushi. Yeah, I'm sure it's good though.
I like it, but
It is good.
the first time I ate it, the texture fucked me up.
Oh
'Cause it is
yeah.
raw fish, so it's like when you're eating, it's a bit odd. But once you get over the texture, the taste, I think, is really good.
Okay.
Once
That's
you
good.
endure how shit it tastes, it's pretty alright.
Once you get past the dirt, it's pretty good. Yeah. I respect it. No. But yeah, good chapters for Chainsaw Man. We're getting another one in 2 days. I'm big excited. Hopefully we get to see some of our characters that we were thinking about. Man, I want to see Reese and Quan Chi again, like so bad. They're so cool.
I want to see
Quan
Reese
Chi.
so bad, dude.
So bad, dude.
So
God,
bad.
I love them.
I
That's
miss
assuming,
her.
of course, they didn't just reincarnate in any way, because like they
No,
talked
that
about the
they-
weapons, but
No,
wouldn't that
yeah, I
just
was-
specify the devils themselves?
Zenith. Okay,
What?
Zenith.
I mean, that's just wrong, Silver. I'm sorry. That's just incorrect. Anyway,
Zenith,
go on.
I'm asking you to activate your observation hockey.
All right.
Give me your best guess, and I know this is a futile exercise because it's Fujimoto we're talking about,
Yeah,
but
it's
I'm
Fujimoto.
curious. What do you think? How do you think Reese will react when she sees Denji for the first time again?
Oh, that's so. Because here's the thing,
Uh,
like, I want it to be a good interaction, but I feel like after everything that's happened, it's gonna be very low key, because it's like they were going to run away together, and then that didn't happen, and like Reese is the type to play things very cool, even if she is feeling a certain way, and Denji got over it like really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
obviously it'd be really nice if it was actually like they had a good conversation at least, but I don't think we're gonna get a whole lot out of that.
I feel like Lexton, thank you again for another donation. Reese,
Nice.
Asa, Denji love triangle incoming.
Now
for
that's
fucking
what I want to
true.
see.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
I was actually gonna bring that up. I was gonna say that could be interesting. I would kind of like it. Okay. If Reese is still kind of into Denji, then I think it could be cool if we get like a little bit of a love triangle. Because Riz and Asa and Denji will all be members of the church, so they'll be pretty in close contact, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Riz is over Denji, like she's just like, all right, that was then, this is now, that's done. Like, you know what I mean? It's over.
Oh.
I would really, really like it if Riz just becomes a friend with like an actual friend, because Denji doesn't fucking
Yeah.
have any of those. You know, like
So
I would like it if Riz
Yeah.
was just an actual good friend to him. I think that could be really, really sweet.
Blood read the new Blue Box episode. Blue Box chapter.
Yeah,
There
bro.
we go.
The
I
blue box
agree.
is the blueprint, bro.
That's true.
Mhm.
I also
It's
agree.
shonen.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
no. I agree. I'm really excited to see what happens. I feel like it could be played off. I feel like I could see it being a gag almost, where like Riz is like, "Oh, do you want another kiss?" And Denji's like, "Fuck no. I remember what happened last time." And that's it. Fuck no, I don't. Yeah, no way. So I can see it being
I don't
something
know.
like that, but I hope
I don't
it's
know. I
something
think
more
Denji
to it.
would still go for it.
That's
know
true,
what?
motherfucker.
That is
Yeah,
true.
Yeah.
That is
Motherfucker
so
does not
fucking
learn his
true.
lessons.
That motherfucker looks at signs, says, "I can't read," and goes into danger anyway. It doesn't
This
matter
can't
for
stop
him.
me because I can't read.
Yeah, that's Denji, man. But yeah, like I said, good chapters. Are we ready to move on to our final one, fellas?
One thing I want to point out is that whole thing where Denji, speeds up and goes like in front. It's like, huh? Did you get here first? Like, what's going on? That's happened before. Like, he's done that before when he first met Riz. Because she basically says, like, yeah, I work at this cafe, come on down. And then they, stopped talking and she went off to work.
yeah.
And then he was there already. It's like, huh? Did you get here before me?
I forgot all about that.
It's
Yeah,
fun.
holy shit. Yeah, my boy's W Speedwalker. The speed feats are crazy. But yeah,
Bro,
shouts
no,
out.
this man just knows instant transmission.
Yeah, blood just knows
Like,
instant transmission.
one
I
thing-
respect it.
Like, it's one thing for the whole Reese thing, but then how else do you explain how he managed to get ahead of the sword dude in the stairwell?
You literally see it, like, if you look at the door, you see it open, and then there's a little speed blur thing. Like,
There
he's
is?
just that fast. Yeah.
I like mine better, so I'm sticking with it.
Oh
That's
wow,
true,
yeah,
yeah,
you're
no-
right. Damn, I
Oh.
didn't even notice that. God damn, he is just that fat. Jesus, fuck.
I wasn't making a joke, he is.
I didn't think you were, but like, it's
Well, I know,
crazy to like
I
actually
understand,
see it
obviously, that's
now.
the thing, like, obviously he isn't. Yeah, like, he obviously isn't teleporting. That's like, I mean, because that's just completely out of. That just can't happen. He doesn't
Yeah.
do that.
Uh,
But yeah, it's like to actually see it like express and they're like, oh, see, there he is.
Oh, right. Okay, I found it.
That really,
Yeah.
it isn't just his fucking pace form. Like, that's actually nuts.
Yeah, it's sick.
Yeah.
He's
Denji's
doing the
really-
same kind
it's
of
really
shit
cool.
Quanchi was doing when we first saw her.
Yeah, I really like that.
Yeah,
Power of
man.
being a lesbian.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I forgot about that scene. That's actually
Bro,
when we
Denji
first saw her.
fucking wishes he had the amount of game that Quan Chi does.
God,
Yeah, I
bro.
know he does.
Bro, Denji
The
couldn't even get
Riz
one
God.
girl, let alone fucking like what
What,
five?
five?
Four?
Yeah.
Four, five.
Yeah, insane, bro.
Literal harem.
That's what. Yeah, Quan Chi's she's gonna come back. She said, "Listen, bro, I got you. She's gonna teach him all the ways."
Why did you join the Church of Chainsaw? Good place to pick up chicks. Oh yeah.
Shit,
Oh my
man, you
god,
too?
if Quan Chi and Reze were dating, holy fuck.
Dude, holy shit.
It would
Uh-oh.
actually, it'd be a great, like, I want him to, like, just sort of build some kind of relationship with all of the hybrids. It would be really cool if, like, Quan Chi decided to teach him how to pick up women. That'd be really funny.
Yeah,
I
I'm
would love
thinking so,
that.
bro.
That would
Yeah.
be fucking amazing.
I'm telling you, man, it could happen. Yeah, this is how it's gonna be. She's like, how
Like, the
come
first
you're
time they
here?
try to
The
kill each
priestess
other,
is
now
out.
he's his wingman? Fuck yeah.
Yeah, man.
There's a lot of, like, potential fun interactions with this concept. It's just so fun to just, like, have them all together.
Mhm.
I
So
hope it's all
cool.
of them. I don't know. Maybe a
not
couple
the-
of them will be fucking off somewhere.
Yeah, not to mention, because that's the thing, right? Is like not only will we have like the returning characters, which is like what we're most excited for, and that'll be fun to see. There's a lot of the weapon hybrids we just don't even fucking know, like
Yeah.
who they are, what their personalities are, or anything like that. So it's just like
Oh,
it's exciting to get a bunch of new
Flamethrower
characters.
guy.
I saw this thing on Twitter, and it was basically someone going through like the fight when Chainsaw Man was fighting like the hybrids and everything.
Mhm.
And there's I think I might be wrong. I think it's the flamethrower guy, where everyone's like trying to flirt with Makima, and he's like the only one who isn't. Like he's being kind of sarcastic, and he's also like enjoying the fight. So like the person was speculating if he's even under control or some shit. He's just having
Fair.
fun. He's just chilling.
He's just like, yeah, no, I got you. Makima just
I
comes
don't know.
around, just like, listen, we're finna jump this man. It's like, say less.
All right.
Say less. I'm there.
So yeah, no, it's fun. We get very little of who they are in the fight, but there's hints of personality. So it'll be fun to just get actual characters soon. I hope
Yeah.
soon.
Well, that's assuming they don't just get killed immediately.
Ugh.
Yeah, I was about to say, I can't wait for them all to die.
Yeah, well, shut up, huh? Did you think of that one, huh? Was
You
I
it
don't
thought
smart
it.
ass?
fucking
I just chose to
dare.
ignore it.
No.
True.
I
And
think
that's
next
based.
chapter we'll definitely get. I don't. We're not going to get all of them. I don't think, but we'll get a couple.
True. And
Yeah,
also
yeah.
true. All right, fellas. We ready to move on to the last one this week?
Yes.
Wait, hold on. I just want to read this comment from Cosmic Butt Monkey. W username. So he says one better than the love triangle will be
king.
the love square with Asa, Yoru, Riz, and Denji.
God,
One of
I'm
those
sorry.
is just 2-in-1.
W Riz. W Riz. But anyway, let's move on to the final chapter. I guess final pages, not really a chapter. My Hero Academia, chapter 379. Fellas, I know it was
Get
short.
that man a nap.
Yeah.
God damn.
I know, like, okay, if anyone here needs to be moved to Giga, it's probably Horikoshi at this point. Like, I ain't gonna cap.
That bro is
Yeah.
fighting for his fucking life. Holy shit. Blood is fighting for his goddamn life. I remember, like, I was, because, they'll send out leaks and, in the Discord server, they'll be like, hey, leaks are coming out. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I typically wait a bit because they upload them, like, one at a time. It takes a bit for them to get out, whatever, blah, 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 cool. So, waited around, like, 30 minutes. It's like, okay, at least a few pages should be done. I should be able to see some spoilers. Oh, that's the chapter. Oh, wow. Like, oh, wow. I could not
Yep.
believe that shit, man. God, 7 fucking pages. I'm thinking this fight is gonna be wrapped up like very soon because Horikoshi's like, bro, I'm not. Fuck Iron Might. I'm not drawing this shit on a weekly basis.
Yeah, I didn't think
I'm
this
not.
through.
Yeah, I'm not doing this, dude. Yeah, whew, 7 chapters. I mean, it's definitely, like I said, it's gonna be interesting to see how this all plays out. Especially since, like, the more I've just sat with it, I don't know, I still feel weird about this thing. Like, bro, why didn't you just use this suit sooner? Like,
That is like the weird thing about it, is there were times when he should have used it, to be
yeah,
honest.
like why fight Prime all for one and not like earlier? I don't know. Like I said, it really just depends on how this whole thing works. But like, I worry because they're just like, oh, look at All Might, pathetic little man in baby clothing. There's no way he can take me out. And I'm just like, oh fuck, they're setting up. They're setting up for this man to do damage. Fuck, dude. Fuck. Listen, man. I'm quaking in my boots a little bit. I'm quaking in my boots, but I mean, hey, the art was cool. The little we got, it's just. This fight is very strange to me. That's all it is. I'm very like meh on it, but it does look very cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the thing is, he's getting fucked up in this fight. Like, the blast he took, it hurt him. Like, he's basically relying on the suit to keep his body going right now. I think it was like he had fractures in certain parts, and it's like, yeah, just have that help me move now, please.
Yeah. So that was like definitely like he definitely got fucked up by that.
Yeah.
I was just surprised he could take another one. I mean, I get it makes
no, I
sense
mean-
because after a different thing, but like after last chapter, they're like, hey, you can't take another blast like that. And then he's just like, got you. I'll take a stronger one. You're right.
Which probably explains why it is he hasn't actually used this thing yet. Because I'm gonna make a really crazy comparison and say, hey, this is kind of like a version of the Berserker armor, or in this case, like the fact that it's just actually just keeping him together or just helping him fight on. Unlike,
Well, that's because he took damage. He's able to use the costume like by itself, and like the only reason he went into assist mode is because he took damage. That's why it's just like, hey, why not use this? Endeavor almost murked this nigga, and electricity fucks with rewind. So like, I'm kind of hard pressed to see how this nigga All For One doesn't just lose if All Might's not there.
I'm not even,
or if All Might's
I'm not
there.
even saying like the All For One fight, because it's like, bro did not step out for Bakugo at all.
That's what I'm saying. Bro had this car since Villain Hunt, and Deku just was killing himself for a long time, and this man's like, damn, that's crazy.
Well, I don't think
I
that's
guess
a
I'll
totally
eat this
fair
box
one.
lunch.
I think that's going a bit far.
How
'cause it's-
so?
Well, it's like, what was he gonna do with it?
I don't know. Maybe try to stop him. Maybe try to take at least some of the burden off if he's out here fighting Prime All For One.
I mean, yeah, but that didn't happen. He wasn't fighting. What are you talking about?
I'm saying if he had this suit since Villain Hunt, why is he using it now? Why not
yeah,
use
but
it
you were saying
sooner?
he should use it during Villain Hunt. Like
That's what I'm
confused
saying.
about.
Why did he not
Yeah.
use it then to help Deku out?
Because that wouldn't have gotten the message across. Like,
That's what
hey,
I've
I
been
see you
saying
taking
about
on
this whole thing.
No,
That's my
I'm saying
problem with
that
this
wouldn't have
fight.
That wouldn't have communicated the right message to Deku at all, because the whole thing was like, hey, you need to take it easy and rest. And if he joins the fight with him, it's like, that doesn't really get that
The
across.
whole thing about that thing is just, that's why Class 1A came to save him, was because, hey man, it's our fight. It's not just yours. You need to stop taking on all the burden by yourself. And now all of a sudden, All Might helping this nigga out when he's at his lowest is going against that?
I'm not saying that's going
Yes.
again. I mean,
Yeah, it is, because the whole point is that Deku's trying to take All Might's position as the only hero, essentially. What he needs to learn is he needs to share it with a whole bunch of other people, not just with All Might.
No. So what? So him fighting alongside All Might cannot still lead into that?
Taylor, do you think that if All Might was just like, no, don't worry, I'm gonna keep being the only hero, do you think Deku would be like, oh, sweet? He would try to stop All Might.
Of course he would, just like he tried to stop Class 1A. What I'm saying is him fighting alongside, like, two things can exist. Class 1A can still come to help out, and All Might can still try to be there to help Deku out. Like, this could be the gateway into Deku learning what he learned from Class 1A and being like, hey, don't try to take on all this burden by yourself. And that's also fucking weird that we're focusing on Deku. Why is All Might out here saying this is my fight after Villain Hunt was all about, hey, maybe you shouldn't take on everything by yourself? Huh?
Because he's gonna die.
That's the problem.
We're talking about a story that's being told.
That's the problem
plus, All
I
Might
have.
isn't necessarily in the right for what he's doing right now. Like,
Yeah.
he is making the ultimate sacrifice, and his life has always been presented as one that's very tragic in the end. So, I mean, it might not be the right decision he's making.
He's not making the right decision, but if he made only the right decision, he wouldn't be All Might. The story would have
Well, here's
gotten
the
to where
thing.
we are right now.
Here's the thing, right?
No, because there's that scene where All Might tries to talk to Deku and he isn't able to. He isn't able to reach him. That's an emotional blockage that he has. Him putting on a suit does not get rid of that.
I agree, but the whole reason. So Class 1A did the same thing. Class 1A tried to stop him. They tried to say good words, and was only when they proved that they could keep up with him, that's when he was just like, all right, cool. Now, I'm not saying that All Might needs to be the one to bring him in. That's what I'm saying is All Might does not need to be the one to bring him in, but that could lead into Deku learning from what he did from Class 1A. It doesn't make sense that this motherfucker had an Iron Man suit and is fighting Prime All for One, and now it's just he can't do anything?
Because that's a worse story.
That would suck.
What are you? Oh my god!
The reveal of this suit and All Might's final stand, it doesn't take place against his lifelong enemy. It takes place against that one fucking dude.
I think
fucking, like,
so.
Bone Man or something.
Here's the thing. That's fine. That's fine that you think it makes the story worse. But why didn't he do it?
I don't understand how that helps him. I just don't get your point there.
The problem wasn't the fact that Deku wasn't getting help. The problem was that Deku wasn't accepting help.
Yes, and I'm saying that he could have helped him, and that could have led to Izuku learning what he did. Because it was all of Class 1A's combined efforts that made him learn to accept help. All Might could have added to that as well.
But he couldn't.
Okay, hold on.
He did try and he wasn't able to. That's that scene where he's like, I want to tell him to stop, but I can't.
The reason he can't tell him to stop is because one, he physically can't keep up with him, but also because that's what he's done his entire life. He has the experience to tell him that this is the wrong decision to make, but it's ultimately something that Deku is never going to listen to him say that.
Yeah,
and him just putting on a suit,
don't do it. Yeah.
Yeah, and if All Might just, puts on the suit and starts fighting with him, it's like that would make him more of a hypocrite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So how does that make him?
Because All Might wouldn't accept the help because he never did. That's the whole point. That throughout his entire life, All Might always stood alone.
But listen, such a big point in Villain Hunt was made about not standing by yourself. Yes, I'm saying I agree. I agree that All Might definitely he should have learned from this is what I'm saying. That's why I feel so weird about this whole thing, is that All Might should have learned that, hey, maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I shouldn't, do this. But instead...
he's a flawed character.
I agree that he's flawed, but the story is certainly not propping it up like that.
What do you mean? He's about to fucking die!
The story is certainly not propping it up.
No, but it's treating it like a good thing.
I was about to say he's heroic in doing what he's doing. Yeah, he's being a hero. What do you mean? What do I mean?
He's being the hero that saved everyone. He's going to die, and he's not going to beat All for One. It's the whole point.
Best case scenario he can hope for is a tie.
All Might's entire life has been delaying the inevitable. This was always going to happen because he created a world where it was going to happen. That's the whole point. He is the world's greatest hero, and he never actually accomplished anything.
I agree with that.
This is a tragedy.
I agree with that, but All Might does not need to come out here and say it's my fault. I mean, it's my fight. It doesn't have to be. That's such a big point.
Exactly. It's his.
Okay.
Wrong.
Never mind.
Well, he already won this fight though, because what he wanted to set out to do was to distract the All for One, and he's already doing that.
Yeah, exactly.
So regardless of whether or not he dies, it's he still won.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
sure.
I don't think that really proves that he's in the wrong because he did what he set out to do and it worked.
I just
yeah,
think it's a very
strategically-
strange message
strategically,
to have
this
to
makes
just.
It
sense.
seems inconsistent. It seems like a bit hypocritical on his
I
part
just
to be
think
like,
it's weird to just be
He's a
like,
He's a
hypocrite.
hypocrite.
okay,
but it's
yeah,
he's winning.
that's
though.
fine. Yeah,
He's
you got
not
it.
winning. Are we
You got
reading
it.
the same
That's-
fight? He's
yeah,
not
that's
winning.
fine.
He literally,
Y'all got
what
it.
he
Says that he
wanted to
wins,
do
he's
was
stalling.
what he wanted to do was distract all for one. Did he not do that?
Yeah, he did.
So he won. He
Oh,
did his,
he's a
he had a
great
goal and it's
distraction.
working.
He's accomplished the same goal as my computer.
You're underselling what's happening here.
I know. No, I
No, I'm
understand
not.
what you're. I understand what you're saying. Is that you're saying that it's being presented as a good thing because this
It
is
is.
helpful to the
Yeah.
thing, and that's true. It is helpful. That still doesn't change the fact that it's tragic. He's dying. He's going to die. And I'll admit, if All Might survives, then yeah, this is all fucked.
Yeah, it's really
I
weird if
confess
he
that if
doesn't
All
face
Might-
some major consequence for this.
If
Like,
All
that
Might
would-
live, yeah, if All Might lives, and at the end of the series, he's just like, Izuku, my boy. Yeah, that sucks because then that does.
I agree with that.
completely-
Yeah.
That goes against everything. But if we're going with the fact that we're going with the idea that he's going to die after this, here's the thing. Yes, it is technically help. Him killing himself to buy time is technically helpful. Nobody wants it. Nobody told him to do this, and fucking I forget the detective's name, but he asked him, like, please
Tsukachi.
stop. Yeah, Tsukachi's like, please stop, don't do this. If Deku knew this was happening, he would try to stop it.
Even if he
So-
knew that he would perform this well in the fight, Deku would still not want it to happen.
So
Yeah.
my question is, logically, okay, let's just forget about Villain Hunt. Why would, if All Might felt like this was, I have to be on the battlefield to stop this guy, why not do it when Endeavor, Hawks, and all the other people are there to help you out?
Because
What's
was
the purpose?
that was an organized attack. That was the plan made by everyone, and everyone said, All Might, stay out of this. Because nobody wants him to do this. That's the whole thing. He's not a part of this. Isn't a part of the plan. Obviously, the plan has gone fucking a million miles off track. But if he's like, Endeavor, let me help you. Endeavor would have been like, no, I would not be. If All Might legitimately tried to join the offensive, they'd probably put him in prison. At the very least, they'd take his suit away.
Him doing this against everyone's wishes and sacrificing himself to distract all for one to help Deku to basically save the day is what's making him a true hero. He is a true hero for this, for the sacrifice he's making.
He's
Are you
sticking
just
his
saying
business
that?
and where
No,
Yeah,
that's
he
what
did.
I'm saying.
Which
That's-
is what
that's-
his
that's-
loss
he
kind of is.
was a true hero the first time he fought All for One, and almost died and was permanently scarred from the fight. He is treated as a true hero for everything he has done in his time as a hero. That doesn't mean the story has also treated his decisions as horribly flawed. Like, two ideas can exist at once there.
All Might
Two things
is a
can
hero.
be inconsistent at the same time.
That's
All
not
Might is-
inconsistent.
All Might is a hero. Deku is a better one. That's the whole point, because he isn't going to throw his life away during this fight, whereas All Might is.
This is the right decision for All Might to make, though.
This is the only decision that he can make
It's the correct one.
for All Might, because he's
Yes.
flawed. Because this is a story that's been set up.
It's not treated like
So
it's a
that-
flaw, though.
Isn't it? He's getting fucked up.
He's gonna die. Yeah, he's helping.
So
but that-
him making the decision to stall All for One and help Deku is treated like it's the wrong thing to do.
It's
When is
treated
that
as
shown?
a
When is that
gray
apparent?
decision. I think it's gray.
Yeah, it's not the best because nobody else wants it. It's not the right thing for him to do, but it's what he wants to do. It's the same thing with him being a hero. All Might, yes, All Might is a hero. He saved so many people. I know I said earlier, obviously, I'm like, he never accomplished anything, but obviously that's not true. He saved so many people. He's a hero. But he didn't make the absolute best choices. Because if he did, then things wouldn't have gotten as bad as they did. He made the correct choice, not the most correct choice. That's the point. Because if he made the most correct choice, people like Shigaraki, Toga, Twice would never have come into existence as they were, because the world wouldn't have abandoned them right from the start. The world that All Might helped create. It's way better than if he did nothing. Because that's true. If All Might was not here, then yes, All for One would be rampaging, and it would be bad. The same way as if All Might had never been a hero, then the world would be fucked. But there are better choices. Ultimately.
Yeah, I agree with you. What I'm saying is Sailor's still correct and feeling weird about it, because for us to go this far and have to go into so many semantics of like, well, he's correct in this, but he's wrong in this, and he does this, it's like, yeah, it's weird. This whole thing is weird.
If Sailor still feels weird about it, then that's fair. Me and Zenith are expressing our opinion, because I fucking love this fight.
Mm-hmm.
I think
like it too. I think it's cool.
Yeah, if he still feels weird about it, then that's that. I want to express my full opinion with, God forbid me if I sound like a true One Piece fan, but with evidence. Or with what I feel is evidence. And if he still agrees, or if he still disagrees, then yeah, that's...
I think it's inconsistent, but I like it. I think it's inconsistent, and I don't agree with everything you're saying, but I still like this fight.
The ultimate, yes, when you get down to it, the reality is that, because I admit that when I say that, there are better choices, in this exact situation, it doesn't feel like there is one. It feels like All Might has to kill himself. Or he has to sacrifice himself in this situation, because that's the way that the story is. Because part of it is the fact that if we were in the last arc, and if there was a better option, legitimately, a tactically better option, and All Might didn't take it, then that would fucking suck. So the narrative, the physical narrative of what's happening, and the character emotional narrative doesn't technically totally match up. Because while everyone would want All Might to just not die, the reality is that the situation kind of demands that he does. So I understand that is unfortunate, but also kind of the only thing that can happen. I don't think it's necessarily a mistake as much as it is a kind of natural flaw or trap of writing this kind of story. Because if All Might legitimately, if it just turns out oh, well, you could have done this, this, and this, and lived and also helped, it's well, that would suck. That would actually suck if that happened. I'm sorry if I'm rambling.
No, it's fine. I'm listening to everything you're saying.
In my head, I've got a very clear flowchart of how this all works out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
No, I want to make it clear. I was arguing against you, but I don't actually disagree with everything you're saying. The same way I don't agree with everything Sailor's saying. I was kind of playing devil's advocate, because I agree with both sides. I think this is a bit weird and inconsistent, but I don't think that makes it bad. Because All Might is an inconsistent character. Now, Zenith disagreed with me on that. I do think All Might's a bit weird written.
I think he is a bit weird, because I think what interests me a lot about All Might is the fact that he's flawed in a way that most people would say isn't a flaw. In that way of he took charge of everything, he fixed everything, but only as well as he could, which wasn't perfectly. And that kind of translates into I think this fight is a lot of stuff in this final arc. Because it's a really big... if I can say one thing about this final arc, it's fucking complicated.
Yeah.
I think
to say the least, yes.
It is one of the most ambitious ideas for a final arc that I think I've ever seen, because it's not just it's more than just fights. It's a lot of fights that are kind of intersecting by the nature of how quirks work, and how people like Toga and Dabi are affecting the overall status of the fight, because they are either A, creating a million clones, or B, nuking everyone. And the consequence of that is that there are a lot of times where it's that is totally emotionally resonant, thematically fitting, and emotionally powerful. but that doesn't
It's
make a
going to be
whole
hard
lot
for
of
all the
sense.
yeah,
That
it's going to be
doesn't-
hard
I
for all
don't
the pieces to fit together
I
perfectly.
don't know if I would do that.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that's like, so I totally understand the like, and that extends to this fight. Is that like, yeah, I totally get that. There's like, you can look at it and like feel that like weirdness because it exists. But for me, I think that like the emotions of the moment overpower it. Like, in my case, vastly. At
So,
least.
do you think if All Might does survive this, it ruins it? Or do you think it could be something else, like a different message? he's
There
going
needs
for?
to be a consequence. Like I think death is ideal as a consequence in this case because the whole like prophecy and all that shit. But like if he just comes out, he's like, yeah, that was a rough fight. All right, now I'm gonna retire. All right, man.
What if that is the twist is that we're all expecting him to die because of the prophecy, but because he fought fate, he survives?
Maybe, well, that's the thing is that there are three.
He's not
ways.
fighting fate though. He's accepting fate that this
He's
this
kind of
battle is
diving.
fated.
He's kind of
Mhm.
diving headfirst into it.
I guess.
That's
So.
what, like, like he kind of accepted that this is like
the Grim Reapers waited long enough.
it's not the only thing to do. It's the only thing he can do because he is All Might.
Mhm.
And like as far as the fight goes, you can either the three ways that you can survive are, he just survives, like he runs away, which is like impossible. There's no way that you could like write that in a way that isn't ridiculous and stupid.
He turns into a jet to
someone
fly.
wants to kill him. Yeah, it's like I think that's genuinely impossible. If that happened, this series sucks.
We got a comment from
that's
random. We got a comment from random. He said, "What if Deku saves him?"
He's got his
the
hands
second,
full.
the second is that somebody else saves All Might, in which case they'll probably die, which would be kind of similar to how Nana died like before, and I think that also sucks because it's like weirdly a repeat of like a moment already in All Might's arc. So that's like, especially since we're at the end of it theoretically, so that would be kind of dumb if somebody else died for him.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 is that Deku saves him, and that one is interesting because it is very resonant in the fact that Deku is the one who saved All Might. He already has. And so in a way, it feels kind of fitting that he would save him again in this way. But technically, he should have his hands pretty full with Shigaraki. Yeah. And emotionally, I don't think it would work for All Might because this fight to me feels like his commitment to who he is, to his drive to be a hero no matter the consequences to himself. And although Deku helped him, he gave him the desire to live again and everything, and that's how he's gotten this far. I think that's how Deku has already saved him, by giving him the strength to continue on. I think that saving him again would be
redundant.
Less. Yeah, it would be redundant.
It's not as strong the second time. It's not as good.
Yeah, it's not. It's. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And
I think he should die here. I don't think he should survive.
I think All Might should be buried 6 feet under. That being said, I don't like All Might dying.
Chapter 400.
I'm still a human.
All Might's death.
There was a time when All Might was my favorite character in the series.
There was a time when All Might was my favorite person. He was my dad.
Okay then.
I love All Might. I don't want him to die. I recognize that this is what should happen by all measures of good storytelling, by setup, by just who he is, he should die. But when...
Man, if I was reading two shonen series where the main mentor character was in a life or death situation fighting pretty much the big bad of the series and they were pretty much at death's door, I have about 2 quarters. The fact that this is happening twice, kind
At
of
the
weird.
same time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Silver, Giga, you guys have been pretty quiet so far. How do you guys feel about the chapter?
I will say that, yeah, I think All Might, should and probably will, but, will die,
Yeah.
stuff.
He
If
deserves
there's-
to.
Yeah, if there's
Yeah.
anything that I want,
Had a
is,
good line
if there's anything that he needs to do that'll satisfy my dumb monkey brain mind, is, he needs to get in 1 clean punch just with his regular fist. That's it.
Mm.
Then he could, like, get
A
fucking
final
shot to the
smash.
Yeah, one final
One
smash, and then he could be shot into the fucking stratosphere. The end.
United Nations of Smash. And it's his
For
weakest
me,
punch ever.
I mostly agree with Sky, although I'll admit I still can't exactly
was a mix,
visualize
yeah.
All Might dying. Like, I agree, there's no way he's going to get out of this fight without facing some kind of severe consequences. It's because, like, if he just got it out of here, it's perfectly fine. That's just bullshit.
If he doesn't die, that would
Right.
actually just make everything fucking pointless.
With all due respect, Silver, I'd recommend updating your prescription. Because I think you need to start visualizing it.
Later. Anyway, I would say, as far as what I would like out of this fight, I would say, like what Giga said, getting 1 clean hit on him, maybe doing some substantial damage. And yeah, I'd say that's about that. Like, leaving his mark. As long as he leaves
How'd he
his mark
punch
on
me with
this
his
fight-
regular hand? Who knows? Fuck you, that's how. Then he dies.
I don't know. Maybe he'll just kick him in the balls, and then we'll all be good.
Dude, this chapter was 6 pages.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's fucking nothing, dude. Oh my, this poor guy.
Yeah.
I thought it was 7, but then I
No,
went on the official and I realized that the
It
first
gave me a
page
bit
is
of
blank.
whiplash when I was like, I read JJK, then One Piece after, and it's like, yeah, you read One Piece, that's like 2-3 chapters in one with all the dialogue, and you just go to My Hero afterwards, and I'm like, wait a minute, wait, that was the end? What the? And because I always read like the long strip style and stuff, so I don't really notice it and everything. I had to switch over to like just the 1 page, like for Clicker or whatever, and I was like, oh, yep, 7-8 pages. Huh? Would have thought.
Yeah, no, I remember being like, I remember reloading the page like 6 times. Because I was just like, that's weird, it's not loading.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is a weird end for the
This is
chapter.
the
It
thing.
feels like the middle of a chapter.
Yeah.
The way
Yeah.
it ends.
yeah. Bro just needs some rest, honestly. He
Yeah,
just.
I think,
he
that's
needs a
at the
break.
very least, I think everyone can agree. I would, regardless, like, this is a huge moment. And it's like, for the middle of the fight, I think this is like a fine place for, obviously, like, Horikoshi comes first before anything else.
Mhm.
Like, if he has to take 7 years off, then go ahead. But like, this is a good place to leave it off. I really hope that I hope that this is a shortened chapter, because he's putting either a lot of work into the next one, because it'll be the moment, or like he's just gonna take a break. Did it end with an announcement of a break?
No,
No,
it
I
just
think
said to
we're
be
getting there.
continued.
Yeah, I
Because
think
we
we're
were
getting a chapter.
we were making like the jokes earlier, like, oh man, if anyone needs to go to Giga, it's Horikoshi, and it's like that's true.
That's just
Yeah,
true.
it's true.
Yeah,
But it's
just
also like
true, yeah.
that's the thing, right? Is like Tabata made that decision. He talked with Shonen Jump. He probably talked to his family and made the decision that he needed that time to rest to continue working. Horikoshi, for whatever personal reason he has, because he's never told us or explained to the public why, he feels like he really needs to finish this right now.
I
Yes.
think it might
Like,
be
he-
a
he-
situation.
For some reason, he feels like, and I'm not going to try to pretend like I have no idea.
I-
but
I do-
He believes that he doesn't want to take a break.
I
He doesn't
think
want to take a
the
hiatus. He wants to just
situation,
finish it.
because the author for Tokyo Ghoul had a similar thing where he came out and said, like, if I didn't finish the manga, it was just never getting finished. So I feel like Horikoshi feels
yeah.
the same way, where he's just like, I can't take a break right now. Like, I just want this to be done.
Yeah.
Because
I
all of
think
us would love
part
for him
of
to
it
take a
is
hiatus,
that,
but he's not
like,
going to.
He's kind of a perfectionist, because it's like, this could have been 20 pages. It absolutely could have been if it looked worse.
Yeah.
This is one of
True.
this might be the I've read all the chapters, by the way, during the podcast. This could have been like, you know, a bad looking chapter if you went for the full 20 pages. This was easily the best looking one that I read today. Like by a decent
The detail's
margin.
insane.
It's insane. Yeah, I mean, part of it has to be the Iron Mite suit because god damn.
A lot of
That
details
is
goes into
one
it.
thing. I will say I feel bad. I don't think we talked about the actual chapter itself. Like the actual chapter, I love All Might talking shit.
It's
Yeah.
pretty great.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Like
I
here
love
I
it.
am, an old ass man kicking your fucking face in.
I
also
like it
really
because
like
it's
the
really,
fact-
it's like weirdly assuring, like seeing All Might fight because it's like, you know, he's like, because he's like, so he has that experience and that confidence because even though he is clearly, he's putting on an act because he's
Yeah.
trying to keep All For One distracted. He wants to shit talk him, but also I feel like he's kind of low key, like believes it. Like everything he's saying
Yeah.
has a hint of truth to it. Like he genuinely, like he
I
is
think he's
keeping his
feeling
cool.
himself. Yeah.
He's
whole-
full, like he's going into this expecting to die and being like, yeah, I'm still the shit. Like I'm doing this shit right here.
The
Yeah.
whole thing, because this is literally like chapter 1, is his first meeting with Deku, where he's like, I smile because it keeps people calm and happy, it keeps them from panicking. It's also to keep down the fear that's in me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, that's what's so just great about All Might. What's so, whenever he's on screen, whenever he's in a fight, and this is what's so refreshing, is because we haven't seen something like this since the fight, their last fight against each other. Whereas it's like, even when all of the odds are stacked against him, he's gonna put on that smile and be that hero, even if that has been treated by the story at large as a flawed way of life. The impact that it has on the people that see it, and even to an extent on the people who are reading the story, it's undeniable. And it gets across why that charisma is so infectious and effective in the short term.
Mm-hmm.
I also really like the fact that I mean, part of it is up to interpretation, but like the way he's shit talking is very Bakugo, and part of his the ability that his suit uses is specifically Dark Shadow. So I think it's a nice way of showing that it's not just Deku who influenced him.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's using all of the
That, like, it's
students'
the
moves.
in
Yeah.
1A.
Mm-hmm.
It's really nice.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's
I
everything.
like the chapter overall.
Also, man, I love that because I don't think we've ever seen
Nope.
when All Might met
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 Nana.
Nana. No.
So it's nice seeing that.
Yeah, it was really good. Any Nana content, I'm for. I love her.
Hell yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
are we ready to wrap up, guys?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. Long podcast, very long.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm not paying attention to the time.
Yeah, thanks for everybody who was joining us, who stayed through to the end. We appreciate it. And thanks to you if you came by and just checked things out. We appreciate you. Hopefully we see you next week. And yeah, let us know down below what your favorite chapter was as well. It doesn't have to be anything that we talked about this week. It could be Blue Lock, Blue Box, what else? Kill Blue, Grand Blue, Blue Beetle. What else do we have? There's probably another Blue series that I'm forgetting. But yeah, let us know down below what your favorite chapter was. All that good stuff. Excuse me. Fellas, is there anything you want to say to the people before we get out of here?
No?
I
Just
hope you
thanks
all
for
have an
watching.
excellent rest of your day.
Subscribe
Yeah,
to me.
have a nice day. Subscribe to Zenith. Thanks for watching. And Baba
And
Booey.
Jake, of course.
Baba Booey.
True and true. What a great way to end it out. All right. We're getting up out of here, guys. Goodbye.
Bye.
Mwah.